What's good, everybody? This is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest, and this is exactly what it is, brutally honest. Um, so I got to be brutally honest about certain things, even though I am a participant in such. I got to tell you guys the truth, okay? Because this right here is getting ridiculous, uh, and I will explain to you all very shortly. So let me look at the chat here, see who's here. So we got Prepper 101 who was the early bird. Wow. So what's good? Uh you got Shaka Nulu saying, of course, black marriage is dying, but I've never heard of, man. Look. I mean, where are you from? Like, I'm interested. Yeah, it said black marriage, just marriage. Yeah, y'all know what I mean. Andre 416, what's going on? RPM. To the both of you guys, long live. Judge Dre, nice. Hit the like button. What's good, Judge Dre? So, I don't know. I wouldn't say that I am in any way, shape, or form projecting or anything like that. Uh, with this particular topic. Like I said, this is, with all the married people that are on YouTube, I should be speaking up for you, not seemingly throwing something in your face as far as what your connection is to your spouse or whatever. I'm sure that all of you are just as happy, just as sweet as American apple pie, as far as, you guys sitting on the couch and always agreeing on what to watch on TV. So I'm not gonna get in the way of that. I'm not gonna, act like that you're not enjoying yourselves or anything like that. But every time you see this type of thing, I mean, on that idiot box that you consume, um, every now and again, you don't see very many good examples of the aforementioned black marriage or black love. Does it seem like it's a dying thing because people who aren't married see what being married is like through these terrible examples. and it seemed to me like Shaquille has joined those ranks. All right. And also, let me remind you, as you walk into this broadcast, press the like button or press the dislike button. And also, there's also a disclaimer of, there was a last time I talked about a married couple, there were some guys out there that had a complaint. Why are you worried about what Sierra was doing? I had many guys have that sentiment. I don't know what the fuck for, but I kind of like to do this content like mind your business content. If it's a public figure and we can clearly see that it's affecting everyone's mentality as usual for some odd reason or another, then we as men should be able to express that. Once again, men are talking about stuff. So for those of you who may have that feeling of, hey, Kev should be talking about something else. Kev should not be talking about what Shawnee O'Neal is doing or whatever, or discounting the fact that, Shaq's, Shaq's abbreviated name, the more famous person out of the two, name is in the title. And, it's like, why are you doing this? You're gossiping like women. And what I'm saying? There's some black men out there that give women a lot of power. And it's very, very, strange and puzzling, but that's what you guys want to do, you know, make the bitch your leader. And unfortunately, with many of you, that's what we have to deal with. So I have a short PSA for you guys out there who are perturbed by whatever I decide to put up as content on this platform that we call YouTube. Just watch and listen very closely.
A warning. Warning. If you hear something that makes you upset on the broadcast, true, opinion, or otherwise, you are free to sign off or go to another channel. If you can't, please contact the displayed number below to seek help. Trolling and hate watching is more serious than you think. Now back to our scheduled broadcast.
Okay, in other words, I talk about Shaquille O'Neal's seemingly public humiliation that's been going on for quite some time, resulting in the destruction of Shaq Fu. Now, for those youngsters who don't know what Shaq Fu is, Shaq Fu was a video game that came out in the mid 90s when Shaquille O'Neal first was drafted into the NBA. Shaq became a household name instantly, having movie deals and, shoe deals, product deals. I mean, he was everywhere. I mean, the only reason why a name like Shaq even got popular was because of him. There's other people naming their kids Shaquille for no fucking reason, or because of the big tall black guy. I mean, he even was putting out rap songs and shit, which I didn't too much care for because I thought it sucked. But I mean, they were catchy radio tunes. I mean, if you're around for that time, like I would even say if you were born in the mid 80s, you would remember how popular Shaquille O'Neal was. Like, so he goes from someone who is a, pretty popular superstar. Like no one cared about the Orlando Magic until Shaquille O'Neal. Unless you like Black Uru or something, and you can remember these guys back from the 60s or 70s, then, you just let me know. But otherwise, Shaquille O'Neal and Penny Hardaway is, what you thought about when you thought about the Orlando Magic. And I think this was back in 1990? I'm thinking 94. Because I remember that's when Big Papa first came out by the Notorious B.I.G. So, pretty much showing my age here. So, anyway, in Fushnik and Can I Rock? Or is Can We Rock? What's up, Doc? Yeah. He had this song on the radio called I Got Skills. That was the first I heard of Shaquille rapping. Because, he actually, like, I don't know if Kobe Bryant put out an album or nothing like that. I wasn't paying no attention to that. I ain't even like sit there and really listen to the song that Kobe Bryant rapped in. It's like couldn't hold my attention long enough. I mean, it's not like Shaquille was the only one rapping. I mean, I remember when Roy Jones Jr. put out an album. I was like, hell no. Like I remember the video used to play on BT all the time, but Shaquille was rapping. Like, even like what he had this song, do you want me to shoot it, pass it, slam it? Because, he damn sure couldn't free throw it. But I mean, Shaquille was a monster on the court. Shaq. And, nowadays, yeah. Y'all must have forgot but yeah, that one. I mean, he also had Body Head Entertainment. I mean, I had the CD Body Head Bangers. It had that song I Smoke, I Drink, I'm Supposed to Stop, but I Can't. Yeah, that was Roy Jones Jr. production. Shit's crazy. and he worked with some big names too. Like it was like let me see. Let me see. So yeah, we supposed to be talking about how dumb Shaq been looking lately. Like he became the dad with a daughter not too long ago and stating that his sons by the time that they're 18, I believe he said they're 18, they gotta strike out on their own. They don't have his support. And that could be you could kind of understand that. But then he turned around and said that his daughters can stay there as long as they want. And he'll spend that time teaching them about men because I guess he feels guilty for cheating on their mother. which I mean, she would reveal in an interview about her book, and it seemed like it just is always the book. I mean, hold on one second, I forgot to put this image up. It's always the book. I mean, Jada tried to, you know, fuck Will up again and tried to sell the book. You know what I'm saying? Shaq deserves his fuck. Shaq deserves his fuck him for that statement. Oh, okay, Andre. Yeah, I mean, shit. I don't know. It just seems like when something is hitting the media, and I think that's what many of us need to figure out. And I guess it's worth a little content as well. When something hits the media, it just seems like it does this media full circle. Like just like hear me out a bit. You know, first of all, you're dealing with Shaq, who is the most famous person out of all of this, and now his ex-wife is releasing a book, and she says that she never really loved him, which if you sit up there and have several kids with somebody after previously being married, I think that what really brought them together was that Shaq power. It was that Shaq power. I think she would clarify in an interview that she was in love with the idea, which I get. I mean, why, as a man, would I be upset with her telling the truth? That maybe it was the fame and living a high, lavish lifestyle that was enticing, but would later on to say that she didn't marry for money or didn't want Shaq's money, which I believe was BS. She had the lifestyle and she was able to make her own money due to her, being able to do her own reality show. And now she's writing a book and married to a preacher that knows how to tell a bitch to shut up in the middle of his church. Pastor Keon, bitch, shut the fuck up, Henderson. Now I know he's a man of the church. I know he's a man of the cloth, but I would never disrespect whatever his positioning or level of respect he has for the people. So I would, I did not mean to imply that he would say something like "bitch, shut the fuck up." That's something that I would say. Uh, yeah, that's her husband, Pastor Keon Henderson, and I don't know if it's because of her, but he's sort of social media popular. I mean, I believe I've spoken on him before, like very briefly. But he just recently went viral for hushing a woman. He told her to hush in front of everybody because she was doing too much. She was sitting up in that church screaming. I'd have told her to shut up too. Like in many cases, I don't bite my tongue where people wish I would bite my tongue. I'm like, if I would be visibly uncomfortable if I was sitting by a person that was doing that much screaming and crying and hollering, and it's like, look, I get it, but I mean, she had been doing that for 4 years, and I mean, it's like I guess that meant that Pastor Keon must have been popular for a while, because I mean, he said that he didn't talk to her before. Church members have talked to her before. You are doing way too much. You are doing too much screaming. And, that goes back to, the kind of shit that Shaq, people like Shaquille O'Neal facilitates. Well, I have a problem with, putting a person in check that, is doing too much. I don't care if she's a woman or not. It's like, you are doing far too much. Anybody watching that clip could have heard that shit. But everybody, people in Black America on social media, the more lower vibrational ones, as some of you like to call them, I mean, want to cry and complain about that. She was. There's nothing wrong with that had nothing to do with him. That had like, how did it have nothing to do with him? Her getting hit by the Holy Spirit. He's the damn preacher. He's invoking such a presence. People are stupid. I tell you, because I don't blame Pastor Keon. Like I said, I would have said much worse. Like I said in the video I made about this, I would probably got kicked out of the church. I don't go to church anyway. I mean, this I don't know my issue with the people and how things are presented. But yeah, let me tell you something about this thumbnail. AI is a motherfucker. I mean, the only AI is like I just asked for a sad Shaquille O'Neal, and that's what they gave me. So everything else was just it took several steps to make this thing, but yeah, the first thing that popped up in my head was Shaq Fu, that stupid video game. I mean, I rented it from like this rental place called Premier Hidden Video for my Super Nintendo. Game was awful. It was awful, and it was around the time where games like Street Fighter 2 and the first Mortal Kombat had surfaced. In fact, I think Mortal Kombat 2 was out by that time. Yeah, yeah, it was. So, um, yeah, it's crazy time in history, to be a teenager. But yeah, that shit. I mean, it was known to have come out on the Sega Genesis as well. So I mean, everybody used to love the Sega Genesis, but I went against that shit. I was a Nintendo guy, so I played Shaq Fu, beat it, but it wasn't shit. Game wasn't shit. All it was a game with Shaquille O'Neal on it, fighting some motherfuckers from other planets. And it was like, I think the graphics, it was actually him doing the stop motion. It looked kind of raggedy on Super Nintendo, but I mean, it was still like shit. He said, Andre said that pastor is bass. Yeah, a bass guy. Shazam was better. No, that was the movie, and I think the movie was named Kazam. Shazam was a movie by Sinbad that has been lost in time that I remember watching. So I know it exists. But Kazam, yeah, that Shaq was acting stupid. I told you Shaq was real big back in the day. Like real. He was when he first, like I said, when he first hit the NBA, he was everywhere. And I believe that's why she was with him. You know, Celebrities go by different rules. They don't go by the same rules that regular people like you and me go by. Yeah. Millionaire status. I mean, it's just dudes get whatever they want. But then when that gets tiresome, then you got results like this. So these days in 2024, I don't blame people for being careful these days. Shoot, it's a very, well thought out decision. I mean, if you want to be married these days, you got to make sure it's the right one and make sure you're not in the wrong place. it's it's a shame. And like I said, it's not a very good look for me to speak of marriage and black marriage in this way. But I mean, I got to tell you guys the truth. For many, it's no picnic. And if you are truly in love with someone and want to take that step, I suggest that you think very carefully about it, especially if you're a person that's doing good in your life. And that's a shame because you think that if you're doing really well in your life, that you might have a much better result, and sometimes you don't. Shoot, so I mean, just be careful out there, especially black men out there. You just never know when you're gonna sign up for something that's kind of fucked up. And this right here is an example. Now, many of you fellas out there will be like, try to adopt the gold digger theory. Now, I do believe that the now Shawnee Henderson wanted to live a lavish lifestyle at one point in her life when she was younger, and it led her to her having several kids, which some parts of it was done right. I don't consider kids a mistake. But if it were truly about the money, then, she would still be with Shaq spending his money. No, she's spending with she's now spending all her time with a preacher who she decided to marry instead of the used to be popular Shaq. I mean, Shaq has done many great things, since his inception into the NBA. So I mean, hey, like I said, if you were in the mid 90s, if you could vividly remember the mid 90s, you're old enough. You knew how big Shaquille O'Neal was back then. I mean, he became a household name instantly. But he was also known as somebody who could make a free throw to save his life. I mean, that was the running joke. Cartel pastor. Everyone says the right one. Yeah, until they're not. I mean, it's a crapshoot. I'll say that. Kazam, that was it. Yeah, Kazam. Shazam was the Sinbad movie that no one can find anywhere. I mean, I don't even think you can find it on Amazon. Yeah, they had comedians recently do a little tribute to Sinbad. Sinbad isn't. Yeah, he's not in good condition. I mean, I think he had a couple strokes, and he's in a wheelchair. So, but I remember him back in the day. He was a comedian that refused to curse. So yeah, and everybody remembers him being Walter Oates on a different world. So yeah, and then like he was Sinbad was alright. You know, I thought when he tried to act like that pimp, I ain't think that was funny at all. But other than that, it was certain things he did right. But that was around the time of Shaq. But yeah, said not even Tubi. No, not even Tubi. What up, Chaos? Yeah, so yeah. So anyway, uh she said she like I don't know, this black man just seemed like that we're just sacrificed in the public eye quite often, and Shaq didn't help. I would just like to see one black man stand on his just once. Just once. I mean, I don't care what you did. I don't care if you cheated, which is a bad look. I mean, just stand on yours once in your motherfucking life. It's just like stop allowing yourself to be publicly emasculated. I mean, might as well if you're in the midst of doing something wrong, just be an asshole. Anything is better than what Shaq has been doing. You know, like then go come forward. His response was, "I deserved it." I don't blame her. I just put it in a state of I just did some things and this empty house and this house I'm alone in this empty house and like come on man, come on Shaq. Shaq shoes were not it. No shoe. That's why Jordan's still a thing. I mean, the shoe guy forever and ever in the NBA playing basketball will be Michael Jordan. It's no contest. That's just pretty much how it is. Yeah, me too. I'm tired of this weak male shit. I mean, like, look at other married couples. Look what happened to Tyrese. This motherfucker crying in front of everybody. Shoot. Look at Benzino, which I have to mention him because he said I did everything for that bitch. I don't even think he was married. Shoot. Look at Will Smith. Yeah, Will Smith is the quintessential example of this kind of shit that we see publicly. All right, we got Lionel Player One said filing for divorce should mean the wife forfeits her rights to access her husband's finances and rewarded alimony, passive income, and the house. Okay, I will add this $5 to the laptop fund. If you could see scrolling across the bottom of your screen there. The reason why I'm not doing these cool screen shares, for instance, reactions and such is because my laptop suddenly died. You can never prepare yourself for these things. When you lose something or, someone, it's that is pretty much permanent. So what I'm trying to do is make a purchase, the sudden expense of a laptop easier, you know, by way of donation. So thank you all for your support on that. Um, there are several people who are, um, I have to mention Lionel Player One is now one of those people. But let me see. For as far as the Cash App side is, Cash App, helps me because I'm gonna make the purchase in a few days, so that's instant help. I received 100 from Hybrid Catastrophic Impacts X83rd Power BGS. I received $15, and Compassionate and Callous I received 5. So Super Chat, Gabe A $10, Grinch 5, Irvin Reed 5, DJ B Side 1965 20, Andre 416 14, Detroit 313 20, Jason Anderson 20, Afro National 2, McDrama Bear 20, Chief Rocka 100, and Detroit 313, total of $40. So now Lionel Player One, I'm gonna add you to that list. So I appreciate everyone's support in this purchase that I'm going to make so I can continue to bring the very best presentation and content that I can possibly bring you. Um, okay, so there we go. Update that. Uh, but as far as that suggestion goes, let me read it again. Filing for divorce should mean the wife forfeits her right to access her husband's finances and not rewarded alimony, passive income in the house. Yeah, I mean, I would be in more agreement is like, look, you take what you brought in and what you earned, and I take what I brought in and what I earned, and we'll call it a day. Because, I mean, you got to admit, in some of these places, it's giving women a lot of power over the marriage and such. And it's because you have men that just all of a sudden just boom. She has an instant lifestyle change. So whether you feel as if it's justified or not, that's what it is. So my suggestion again is to be careful who you choose to, I said this in another video, choose to uh, have as your soft place to land. That's just what it is. Cause sometimes it could be a bed of fucking rocks and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not very comfortable situation. And I'm addressing the men because hey, this is what it's supposed to be. Some of you brothers are smart enough not to get yourself into situations like that, like Shawnee Henderson would do to a Shaq, and it just showed you, like, they anyone that's saying the level of respect that you get because of the amount of money you have is full of it. That's not true. It's never is going to be true. Man said cry Reese. It's never gonna be true. It's I mean, she will be with you and respect you if you're broke. But that also with the notion that brothers aren't going to take a chance like that. I would suggest that you had nothing and just go to a woman and be like, "Oh, I love you." This is 2024. You have to be prepared to be able to have full control of the situation, or you will pay for it. I mean, in ways that will take away from your sanity. So, just like I said, in a like I said this a few weeks ago. I said, well, if my advice for anyone that is going to get married, make sure that you have enough money to get a divorce. Just make sure. I know it sounds fucked up and weird because you're what you're probably asking me is why would I get married just to get a divorce? I mean, I didn't, but it's just that, you know, you always want to have some type of control in your life as a man. This 2024 is not guaranteeing you anything. Does not guarantee you that things are always going to be the way they are. It is I'm just saying. It's like I would much rather you not have this sad, pathetic fucking look on your face like Shaquille O'Neal, you know, dignifying himself in front of everybody just because he lost a bitch. Brothers are, required by other brothers to keep a bitch. You got to keep her. You got to put her under your penis control and all this other crap. And that's bull. In 2024, you're not going to have that much control. Even if you could, would you want to? I mean, we are given this whole thing that we have to sway them into the human choice of being under our control and under our condition. And many of us, if not 99% of us, never get that out of a woman. And due to this rich, wealthy example, Shaq ain't getting it either. So what do we learn here? I want to know. What do we learn? Jordan, I like Ewing too. His shoe been around for a while. That contract, Gabe A. What's good, Gabe? What do we learn here? Does true love actually exist? What do you get married as a black man? What do you get married for? Do you get married for true love? Do you get married for security? Do you get married because someone told you that this was always the thing to do? And I know some of you are upset with other men because we told you that this was the way and it didn't exactly work out for you. And I'm not saying this happened in all situations. But I want some of you to know that maybe you were lied to. Kids, companionship, etc. Yeah, yeah. Just needed confirmation on that. I'm not saying that every man gets married for the right reason. I got married for that. I got married for companionship. I got married because I wanted to start a family. I got married for the connection. But you gotta make sure you got that connection first. I'm just saying that for others. You know. I'm not saying that the celebrity example should always be upheld. It's not. It's just that there are so many people out there that take this kind of thing seriously. I just wish there were more good examples, like, the Denzel and the Paulette of Washington, or the Samuel Jackson, who turned his life around. He was a drug addict. That wife gave the ultimatum, and he said, I want to keep my wife. So, hey, I don't know if anyone of you knew about that, about Samuel Jackson. Then you had Ozzie Davis and Ruby Dee. You had them two. They were a timeless couple. Examples like that. If only we could focus on those instead of the rotten today examples, where it seems more if you're like a guy that throws cash in there and make it rain, instead of actually holding hands and being with someone and helping your kids grow up, that, then you got Shaq acting pathetic in public, supposing at one time alpha male, which is Shaq always looked goofy as fuck to me. He just seemed like a tall, awkward guy. I mean, he had what do you call that? Charisma. Yeah. But for him to be publicly, for him to even publicly emasculate himself is a shame to observe. Art Nostal, wasn't Shaq a notorious cheater? Wasn't drove a wedge between him and Kobe? That's what drove a wedge between him and Kobe. I don't know. I just thought maybe it was just I guess I don't know, Highlander complex on the basketball team. I never knew it was because it was cheating. I wasn't. I was sort of a kind of a square back then, so I wasn't on the inside of all this stuff. I mean, I'm more knowledge now, but back then, I thought maybe it was just a button of the heads of two alphas. I remember when they did the big four with the Lakers: Shaq, Kobe, Gary Payton, and Karl Malone, and how badly that failed because they got wiped out by the Pistons. This happened back in 2004. Man, I was in shock. I was like, hell no, the pit, like that was like Ben Wallace Pistons too. It was horrible. Then you got, I don't know, the hey Kobe, tell me how my ass tastes. I didn't like that. I didn't. That was publicly bad. Um, yeah. So, um, monotony isn't the way. Well, I'm lying to women about monogamy. Stop lying to women about monogamy. But marriage is supposed to be a commitment between two people. That means that you don't want anyone else in your life. That means that that person is it. Don't look at other people. Don't worry about it. Leave that for the single people. You have found your it. That's it. Don't like commitment. That's it. It is that person. If you decided to do with that person, you need to do everything you can to make it work. If it doesn't work, hey, don't wait. My suggestion is you don't waste your time. Move on for yourself, move on for that person. Don't be selfish. But if it is working, hopefully you're doing a lot better than Shaquille O'Neal. That's a fantasy. Oh, you must have had a bad one. you must have had a bad one. I was pissed they lost that one. Oh man, yeah, I was pissed too, man. I expected so much better. Well, and then it was the evidence that super teams don't work like that. Like just because you stack a team doesn't mean that they're exactly gonna win. I mean, they will figure that out later on with the Miami Heat and LeBron James, of course, but that big four, oh, it tanked badly. I mean, they made it to the finals, but man, it was like 4-1. Like the Detroit Pistons destroyed them. It was horrible. And I like the Lakers. I was always a fan of the Lakers. I was a fan of the Lakers ever since the Kareem, Magic, James Worthy days. Yeah. I mean, that's showing my age right there. Like the rivalry between the Lakers and the Celtics. And for me, Shaq was part of that legacy. Well, I mean, he would become a Laker. But I mean, if you want to talk about cheating in Hollywood, going back to what Gabe said, I think all the motherfuckers were cheating on like everybody. Everybody was cheating on everybody. Everybody was sleeping with everybody. Them guys were constantly on the road. The wife was fucking the gardener, you know, or the personal trainer. I mean, it's not that that's an excuse. That's not an excuse. I mean, like I said, the public look of marriage as far as celebrities, I don't think that married people should follow. I don't think that's a model at all that married people that are on a more, middle class, unfamous level should follow. Because if you follow those examples, you got people walking around and wearing weird shit, and techno music playing and, it just all around just strange. Like, don't do that. Anyway. My 04 Pistons were just okay, yeah. I know you would be proud of that. Man, I mean, I had to give them they do, man. They destroyed the Lakers, man. I mean, just zoom. I said, ain't nobody getting through that. Cause I thought for sure, I thought it was gonna be the other way around. Nah, nope, nope. Said, why wife them? I mean, because you love them. I mean, if if you find that special lady, I mean, that it could happen at any time of your life. I mean, it's like you want to do something to solidify that. If you can, if you're more worried about money, assets, skills, and resources, then you stay in that part, and no one will knock you or criticize you for it. But if you truly want to do something like that, it's just for me is a big leap that is not taken sincerely enough, by people who decide to make that leap. And it's just really a sad thing for those people, because when you commit to someone, that's supposed to be like you giving yourself to that person. And most people, that's too much to do. And it's just like, you should always follow a celebrity example. Ray Hama, peace and bless. You don't have to get married though. Yeah, facts, facts, facts. You don't have to get married. It doesn't have to happen. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to work. You don't have to take a bath. Shoot, you don't have to drive. You don't have to do push-ups. Everything in life is a choice. Everything. And I mean, but let me tell you something. The only risk that, you regret are the ones you don't take. I mean, seriously, it's like I said, for by the previous generations, like the generation previous to mine, it was always told that that was something that we had to do in order to. It was more so a rite of passage. We were always told that, that we grow up, we complete our education, we find someone, that we can attach ourselves to, and we start a family. That was always in that. It was the design always included that. Always. But, some brothers are going the common law way, just living with a woman and, just saying that you're married and having kids that way. Because, if the connection is true, and, if that's what she's around for, you wouldn't need a state agreement. And, that right there is really testing it. And if someone is willing to endure that test with you, then my suggestion is you stick by that person, not somebody having to be under what some of y'all say a contract so they can be in a position to screw you. Or, depends. I mean, you don't have to solidify it through the state. And he said that I said that earlier. Oh, okay. So let's address it. No whining. What's good? Salute. Black love is gone. Go buy that championship belt replica gents. Said put it up on your wall. It's done. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like, because of, and I'll say this, because there are several billion people on this planet, it still has a chance. I mean, my negative viewpoint, anyone's negative viewpoint does not have to stand. I can admit that. I'm not saying that I know all of what definitely is. And another content creator said to me that, they were me, that they'll be talking about how great marriage is and, and such. I'm not going to tell you how great it is, because I don't. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I don't want to be a hypocrite. Yeah, what I will say is just make sure you know what the fuck you're doing, so you don't end up looking sad and pathetic as Shaq does. I mean, that's an AI. That's the only thing that's AI, you know, is the face that I got on this image right here. But if I wanted to find some sad photos of Shaq, I could. It'll take a Google search. And I mean, like, he has always been the one to be enthusiastic as fuck, that's what it is. It's called. Oh, that's. Oh, you coffee Nino. Okay. Okay. All right. Got you. LOL. Being married can be a beautiful thing. You put that in quotes. Choose wisely. Yeah. That's our new style. I think is on his second wife, and I think that his second time is going beautifully. I mean, I'm not in any position to comment for the man, but yeah. Uh, okay, but Shaq is not married. In fact, last time you seen Shaq, he was in picture with a 21-year-old, and then people tried that whole, oh man, that's basically a kid. Oh man, he was already old enough when she was born. Oh no, oh my god. I was like, and my reaction to that is like, I mean, she's 21. I mean, once they 21, they can do what they want. Uh, Fame is a golden cage. They can keep that. Detroit 313. Yeah, I was just talking about the Detroit Pistons and how they destroyed the Los Angeles Lakers Big Four in 2004, which I believe the Big Four was Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kobe Bryant. So be proud of that. Says, do black celebrities' divorces make you think black love is gone? At Jake Zero. Uh, if I can answer that question, if I were to base it off of the black marriages in the celebrity community, you would have to be referred to couples like LeBron James' marriage, Denzel Washington's marriage, Samuel Jackson's marriage, those couples. I would say somebody like Alfre Woodard, but we know her situation. That's why I'm just saying the black male couples. Shoot, I even say Kerry Washington. The chick from Scandal. She's married to a black man. Issa Rae is married to a black man. The WWE examples. Bianca Belair is married to a black man. Jade Cargill is married to a black man. You know, so I can think of more black couple, Jay-Z and Beyonce, even though he's cheated on her at some point. They're still together. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky. Russell Wilson and Sierra. I mean, just giving you couples that seem like they're working thus far. Shoot. So don't think I'm just dumping on the couples that didn't work, like Future and Sierra. Or Shaquille and Shaunie. Because, everybody's like, oh my God, Shaunie just said this awful thing. Shoot. I'd say big ups to her for telling the truth. Niggas was upset. They was like, how dare she? Yeah, tell the truth. Shame the devil. She's married to a preacher now. So she divorced one guy, got married to another. So I don't really would ever anticipate that I ask these questions with the answer always being yes. I would say no to some of the other questions as well. Doesn't necessarily mean that they're dying, meaning that it's alive and well in a lot of these people. It ain't got to be your thing. Hey, Turner side piece was fire. Okay. Some of you are hilarious. Yes, she was. Shoot, Martin Luther King's side piece was fire. uh, Did she get Shaq for half? She wasn't with him shooting in the gym. LOL. I don't know. Like I said, she pretty much got her own stuff. I mean, but let's keep it real. Shoot. So anyway, see how long has it been? It's been 53 minutes. Okay, let me check the likes. It's 23 of y'all in here, so check the likes real quick. All right, we have 25 likes and we have one dislike because there's always that one person that has it in for Kev.
Now I'm feeling objectified by your male gaze. Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I already brought up Will Smith. Will Smith should not be upheld as an example. Please do not go by Will Smith's example. And I will go. I am going to see Bad Boys 4 next month. So, yeah, I got to go see that. But no, do not uphold Will Smith, please. I've seen a workout video of Will Smith, and I must say, nah, bruh. Not at all. She wasn't with Will acting in the. Yeah, shit. Will was getting her roles. So there are not good examples, and there are good examples. Because I mean, you really can't say the gold digger thing with Shaunie because she married someone who has less money. I mean, he has popularity. I'm sure he has a pretty good income from running a mega church. I mean, I feel like Pastor Keon is going to be up there with Creflo Dollar if he isn't already. Jada can't act. No, she can't act. Shoot. He said, like, I heard this story on Jason Black. He had a very long string on it. I am curious about the fellas' take on this. This over here tonight with or without smoke. I mean, smoke happens, and like I said, there are many that don't like the relationship conversation as far as black men delivering it because whatever reason. All right, so let me drop the link. I'll just do this for a little while longer. Since you guys are here, got 24 watching. I hope you all press like. And for that person that pressed dislike, thank you. It's definitely a pleasure. So once again, instead of just so simple copy and paste from the laptop, which still raising money for it because that purchase will be made, and the purchase will be made by the 21st. So, yeah, that's when I'll make the purchase and probably just order it off Amazon. I've already found the type of laptop that I want, so it's so as long as they're in stock, I'll be able to get it. But if y'all wanna throw something a little bit in the pot, the Cash App is there. Like I said, that'll help me immediately. The super chat is recovery because I don't get paid till next month on that. So anything that you guys throw in will be great. It's good for the Kev economy. That's all I'm saying. So thank you all for your support thus far in that. You can see the amount I've been able to get up is going across the bottom of the screen. So yeah, you guys are very excellent for that. All right, so there's the link. Is it cool? I need some new equipment too. I have to buy 4 mics. 4 goddamn, 4 microphones? Shit, I'm still on this F Deuce. F Deuce is like the discount Shure. I mean, it's done good so far, but I'm talking on it through a cell phone. I don't have an interface, so you can't hear the quality for real. You could probably, my voice is still probably pretty cool coming through it, but it's not where it should be without the laptop and the interface. So yeah, so I'll be back soon enough. I'm gonna say let's get the donations rolling over here for good content. Kevin been bringing the good smoke last month and this month. Yeah, and I plan on continuing it too. I'm glad you're there. I'm glad I'm able to do live streams through the cell phone. Shoot. Yeah, but just another black man crapped on the relationship dynamic publicly. And whether he meant to do it or not. Thanks, Shaq. Shoot, so let me see. All right. So it's been an hour. It's been an hour. So for those of you who have been watching the whole time, thanks for enduring it. And like I said, I understand that many of you have jobs, so many of you will be in the replay gang. So just comment replay gang in the in the comments below. If you're listening to this outside of watching it in real time. But for those of you in the live chat, thank you as well. Jada Pinkett played the hell out of Sandman. What? Yeah, it was good, Gabe. You there?
Hey, what's up? You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, it was good.
Okay. Yeah, man. I don't know, man.
You don't know.
I think Shaq was kind of infamous. Well, he was kind of infamous for cheating. Like I said before, and I posted that ESPN article, and multiple articles back in those early 2000s about the thing that drove a wedge between him and Kobe. It was because Kobe had snitched on him when he was about his infidelities as he was going through his legal issues.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I deserved it came from, because he was probably just out there going crazy in the streets. And, I don't think most women sign up for marriage with the intention that they're going to be,
cheated on because
cheated on continuously. No matter what they say, no matter what the Kevin Samuels said that high value men, cheat. That's not. People don't sign up for that.
No, they don't.
I think that's what I deserved it came from.
Because of the public humiliation.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like when you publicly cheat on your spouse, you're telling her that she wasn't good enough to hold you down, and
100%. And then women feel like they could try you. They feel like they could try a little funny stuff in front of you, in front of your man, and I could take your man. Like, that's a thing, right? Like, I feel like that's even a popular theme in female rap, right? I could take your man type of thing. They spit about that all the time. So,
yeah, they're in constant competition with each other, even when they're not in competition with each other. Like, I'm talking about from the hair to the body type to the way they dress. I mean,
all that.
Yeah. I mean, because see, here's the thing: once one bad walk in the room, it's like she's turning heads, and it's no matter if he's with a woman or not. He gonna try to look if he can.
Your best bet is minding your own business, not looking in that direction in any way, shape, or form, and just keeping it pushing.
Yeah, like it's been times where I had to look hard at the floor and at her. Like, hey, I'm looking at you because I know you looking at me and looking at what I'm looking at.
Shoot. Yeah, because they say like the male ego is fragile. I think the female ego is just as fragile. Female ego is just so you got to protect that if you were a lady.
I think that women are more emotional and feelings based. Even though you have emotional men out there, it automatically comes with the woman because she has to compensate for what she's missing in the physical. So she's always going to be more emotionally attached, and when that happens, when she invests in a man and he just does that, then it's going to blow her away.
Yeah,
it just is. There's no way out of it. So
yeah,
I mean, if you're not feeling it, I think that it's fair that she knows instead of finding out that way. Because I don't know. I guess being married through the state, you just can't walk away. So
No,
when men are tempted, they just rather keep it a secret rather than to just expose it and have to go through the process of maybe losing some of their stuff. But I
mhm.
mean, the best thing I would say to do is just to, guess marry for love.
I mean, not only love. I mean, you can even protect yourself from that. I think that you mentioned earlier. You get married, have enough money to get divorced. But
Yeah.
I mean, if you're with somebody who also earns a significant income, then that number is like it's not that alimony really isn't a part of the conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
times, alimony becomes a part of the conversation when you have a spouse, or especially women who don't make any money, who don't have any income, to stay at home moms, or they just people
Yeah.
bring these women from overseas that don't really have any way to bring in any type of income. So yeah, there's a strong income imbalance. So when she
Yeah.
leaves, she can leave with much more than she came with. But if
And I mean, if even
yeah,
even if the woman is the one that happens to make more money, men can just walk away, and men are more
yeah,
so go getters. So
yeah,
we always find a way beyond having to depend on the support of a woman, because let's face it, we're more valuable in the workforce. We
yeah,
we 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 don't get pregnant. We don't have to take leaves like that. We are
hmm,
available 24/7. So I mean, I just want men that single men who still have yet to have a place in life think about that.
yeah,
You're not in a prison of any type. You always have the opportunity to do better. So
yeah. I think it's also an element of, like, I know that we even seen that with, talk about celebrity relationships. We've seen that in who got divorced? I think Mary J. Blige got divorced, had to pay alimony like crazy. Who
yeah,
else? It's been a couple of other females that earn a lot of money that had to pay their husband's alimony because of the income
Halle
discrepancy.
Berry,
Halle
Aisha
Berry.
Tyler. I mean,
Yep.
those couples. Didn't Candace
Yeah.
Parker have to pay something too?
I think so. To my
Yeah,
man, he was in the NBA. I forgot his
yeah,
name.
yeah. I forgot his name
Yeah.
too. I remember he had a big ass head, but
Yeah.
uh,
He was
but
nice initially coming into the NBA, but then he just, I don't know. People get injured. Things things change. They want
yeah,
to be the NBA WNBA couple, but she on the other side now. So that's a whole different story.
yeah. True Blockers, their panel. Yeah, the link is in the chat. If you scroll up a little bit, Chaos is up here. What's good? Oh
Hey,
boy.
what's good? What's good? What's good, man? Um, hmm.
Yeah, I
man,
mean, you had a few things to say on this last night. So I mean, if you want to reiterate,
I don't know if I could add more than was said, but I will say this personally. She know what she was getting into. It's funny. I find a lot of women when they complain when black men date out and marry non-blacks. You think these non-black women don't know these men that gonna make a lot of money and not gonna mess around? And it's always surprising what black women say that you're the only one. I'm not sure whenever a lot of these sisters, either dudes that they are attracted to or the ones that they just want, get the money, think that is the case, especially a man that makes more than the average man. This man's gonna sit there, just come home after everything. There are some men, but is it a lot of men? Absolutely not. Now, if a man sit there to up front, you already lost, sweetie. Personally, but that's just me.
If you married and you got money and you want to protect that, fidelity is probably the best bet. Look at what happened with Kobe. He could have lost it all quickly just because of one instance. So, I think it's just smart to move. It's just better to move smart. Just, I don't know, man. It's just
yeah. I mean, if you're gonna
just
make a
jump.
commitment like
Yeah.
that, you got to think
Yeah.
about public image as well. I mean,
Right.
you know, you don't want to be the guy that cheats, you know, no matter what. I mean, that's cool having several women when you not married, but you know, uh, the other way around would bring you sort of a little bit of disgrace, and yeah,
Yeah, cheating on your wife is not a good look
yeah,
if
not
it's
at all,
public.
not
I
at
mean,
all.
in a lot of different settings, like even in corporate settings. I think in celebrity at times it's expected, but it's still like people don't really respect it like that. So you talking about a family structure, you talking about if you want a good image. I mean, look, that's just not that well respected amongst most groups.
Yeah. And people they and believe it or not, being married does garner a more respectful look. I mean, whether you agree with that or not. You know, people respect married people. You know, really are doing the damn thing.
Highly. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially in the workplace. I mean, it does kind of affect how they look at you. You're a married man, you're a family man, you got more to lose than the average single man out there. So sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Not saying that the more qualified individual, you know, is the person. Not saying that they're not going to be the one that always getting the job, but you know, it kind of does help in a way. So you know, whether y'all agree with that or not, I've seen it help before.
No, it's
So
true. It's
yeah,
extremely true.
yeah. So we got G up here. What's good? You
What's
there?
good with the brothers? How y'all feeling tonight?
Yeah. I mean, she was okay. You know, got another day above ground.
Now you know how it go. That's all we can pray for. But I just would like on the whole marriage situation, man. Like I just believe you have to deal with women that want to be married. And if I look at that, there's no way a woman is going to make it to 30 years old and she hasn't been married if she wants to be married. Honestly, if she make it past 25, she didn't want to get married in the first place. They might want to get married later on because they need a savior in their 30s and their, you know what I'm saying? But most women that want to get married before the age of 25.
Well, you know, they are.
I don't know. That's a hard rule. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
Man,
yeah. There are
It's a
some.
little stiff.
What was the average age of marriage back in the day? How old was people when they got married? Let's keep it real. There wasn't no
Younger
35-year-olds
than now,
marrying.
yes.
If we go back 40 years ago, there wasn't no 35-year-olds marrying 35-year-old women. That wasn't real. That wasn't a real thing. Like, we got to keep it real. A lot of the
I mean,
stuff
we're living in a whole different society and a whole different world. I mean,
but I'm saying
we can't say because people got married younger back then means that you're trying to apply that to now for some reason.
Because this is what I'm saying, because we don't live in the people right now, we all act like marriage is important, but we really didn't want to be married. A lot of us, especially as a man, if you want to be married as a man, it's easy to get married.
I don't know if you could put ages to it though. Like
you got to put age to it because life is on a time cycle. When you're serious about your life, you don't say time doesn't matter. You don't do that at work. You don't do that in sports. You don't do that in nothing that you attempt to do in life. So how could you do it with one of the most important decisions you're going to make in life? So if
you go through life and you realize new things. I mean, you have new experiences.
It doesn't matter.
It's not always like life isn't necessarily only just linear. Like you recognize new things and new desires.
That's why it's failing, because it is linear. Everything moves in a straight line. You can't fucking go in a circle back to when you were 23. If you're not 23 no more,
you just described one element of life, aging. But I'm saying
you're talking about,
but that's not realizations on desires and direction in life. A lot of times people.
But this is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Back in the days, people got married young because that was a part of their life. You see what I'm saying? It was a part of their life. Like, perfect example. I got married when I was 20 years old because I wanted a wife. Now, she said yes and got married to me, and shit happened, and we're not together no more, and all of that. But marriage was valuable to me, even no matter where I grew up at. I knew to have a family, you had to get married and have a wife.
So if a man gets married at like later 20s, or if a man gets married at later 20s or 30s or even 35, does that mean that he wasn't serious about life or serious about marriage?
I'm not really speaking about a man. I'm speaking about a woman. But even the
you
man,
just said that
even
you
a
were
man
20
at a certain point,
okay.
even a man at a certain point, marriage couldn't have been important to you if you made it to 40-year-old and you're not married.
Come on,
you're
man.
40 years old.
You just saying stuff, man. None of that is backed by anything. You just saying what you think. Like
the average man died in his 60s. So you only want 20 years of marriage?
The average man don't die. What? Well, yes.
The average man dies in his 60s.
Man,
the average man dies in his 60s. So are you telling me that you wanted to wait till you were 42 to get married?
Some people want to get married at that age, and earlier they don't want to be married.
And
I mean, I don't think it's a hard rule.
And that's why I'm saying that's why the marriages fail, because we don't value it. It's not a part. It's not really a part of our. We value casual sex more than we value marriage. In our society, all of us do. It's not just me or them people over there. It's everybody. If you're participating in casual sex in your 20s, you don't value marriage.
Okay, come on, man. You just
okay. So why don't you get married? Because
I don't know. You just setting up these guardrails.
Because you want to go fuck some bitches and have your experiences and spread your royal oats and do the same shit the women want to do. The women don't want to get married either. They want to go fuck niggas and have fun until they're halfway dead, and then they want to find a sucker to marry them. Like, no, that's not how marriage works. Is we get together when we're young and we build a family over 30, 40 years. There's no way you fucking get married at 42 talking about you're going to be married for 40 years. You're going to be fucking dead.
That's one image. Like it's just black and white with you. That's just one manifestation of when people get married. Just because you don't get married when you're young doesn't mean that you don't value marriage over life. People have different things that they're going through. Different, like marriage isn't like back then. You speak about back in the day. A lot of times marriage was a necessity, especially in the South, as it concerns producing children, having children work a farm and agriculture, and a lot of the occupations were even different back then. It's not about that. Listen, my family. It was about that back then, and that's what I'm saying. You keep saying back in the day, where it's a different time, and you can't just apply back in the day to now. And say people not serious about marriage because they're not doing what they did back in the day.
Listen what I'm saying. Listen,
yeah, you Borgia. Yeah, I don't know. Can y'all hear him?
Men, the fuck out of here, man. They in a third world country. Them dudes.
Yeah, I didn't hear none of that. I didn't hear none of that because you was Borgia. You said something. You started off with Muslim, and then
I'm saying this. Listen, you ever been around Muslims?
Not socially, no.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Muslims value marriage. That's why the men don't make it past 25 not married most of the time. Because their culture values the marriage union. Our culture, we value casual sex and having experiences. Like, you can't have an experience while you're not married. While you're married, I mean, we value casual sex and other shit more than we value marriage. That's why our marriages don't work. We don't value, we'd rather go fuck a bunch of different women. And if we just admit that, we'd be okay. Like, we'd just be okay.
Be okay.
Like
what you mean?
Random bitches.
Okay, a lot of people do. When they're younger, they do like casual sex. I mean, other cultures might consider it fornication. Yeah, a lot of Western societies take that on. Okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't think you're saying anything new here. What is? I feel like the people who want to be married will want to be married whether they're younger, whether they get a little older, 30s, 40s. I mean, just because people get married older does not mean that they don't value marriage.
Let me step in real quick, and as I refer to the image on the screen, I got married when I was 37. Mm-hmm. She was 35.
No. You didn't value marriage. Slow down, Kev. You're not a marriage valuer here. You had to get married when you was 20 if you wanted to value marriage. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, it was what it was. I must be an anomaly. I'll just say that if that's the case.
You had to get married at 20 to value marriage.
He didn't care about getting married at 20. He wanted some new pussy at 20.
See, there you go. That's who you was, Kev. A 20-year-old running at the coochie all around the world. But go ahead. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. It's not Kev. It's our.
I'm being facetious. I'm really being facetious. I don't know why you. I'm not.
Bro, that doesn't bother me at all. That doesn't bother me.
I'm not saying it bother you, but I'm just saying it's not. I really.
Not
I'm not supporting your claim. I'm just.
No, I'm cool with that, bro. We can still talk and not all the way agree with each other. We're not enemies.
Sure.
But I'm just saying, in my opinion, in my opinion, our culture doesn't even value marriage. We don't think about marriage as really that important. We don't. If we would do it, the things that we think are important, we do it immediately.
Nah.
The things you think are important in life, you handle them immediately. You don't fucking
about education.
Put something important on the back burner. Exactly. You had no education immediately.
No, not everybody has not everybody gets educated to the degree they want to get educated immediately. There are a lot of non-traditional students. A lot of times have much better grades and have much more of a focus career-wise post their undergrad or their graduate degree because they now have a new realization of life. So, it's not... I don't know why you keep putting age on these hard rules of age if you're serious about something.
Bro, age matters in everything. Age matters in everything, bro.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Everything. Okay, you're right.
I don't think it does.
I know. We're going to agree to disagree.
Sure.
Like I said, I wouldn't go through my age like, yeah, man, I don't know, man. Everything else is on the clock, though. You got to retire at a certain age. You got to do X amount. You got to do certain.
No, you don't. Like you could. Why you?
Bro, everything is timed with your age, bro. I don't know why this is like you become an adult at a certain age. You become an elder at a certain age. You become middle age. You start.
There are a lot of elders who are still children. There are a lot of elders who are still children. Stop.
Even with your insurance, your insurance changes with your age.
Those are just laws. Those are things that were voted in. That doesn't really. That's not like you don't. You don't become an elder because your life insurance. Your insurance kicks in.
2-year-old elder.
Social Security.
But you can't be a 22-year-old elder either, can you?
No, but you can be a 65-year-old child in the mind. Yes, you can.
I'm talking about real life, not this West.
I'm talking about real life too.
I'm talking about
it's a whole. The space is a representation of that. It's a whole bunch of old children.
Internet land. In real life, the older people got the most money. They got the most property. They have the most businesses. This is in real life. This is not the fucking internet where everybody's make-believe fucking put together millionaire halfway there. Bro, I'm talking about real life. You get shit with age. You gain shit with... Okay, a bond is built over time. A person that got married when they're 21 and the person that got married when they're 38, and if you're only 45, you've only been married for a couple years.
There are a lot of people who've been married for a long time who should never have been married, but there are some people who've been married for smaller periods of time who literally clicked the first day that they met.
I know.
I knew a couple. I know a couple that within the first month they were married and they are still madly in love with each other. They got 3 children and they have the time of their lives.
That's what I'm saying.
They've been married for like 20 years. Yeah.
He's putting this age thing to it. It just is.
Because the age always see on the internet, we in this weird internet land where motherfuckers is really faking their real life a lot of times. They're faking a lot of shit. And they're trying to put themselves in a point of view of, oh, I'm perfect. And bro, we don't value this shit like that, bro. It's a fact that the older you are, the more secure you usually are. I'm not talking about the people that's just old fuck-ups. You wouldn't expect a 45-year-old man to be in the same place as a 28-year-old man. You would not expect
No, You would not expect it, but in many cases, you can see that even today.
I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the rule. I'm talking about a majority of older people are doing better than younger people. That's just it. I don't care. I don't care the exact numbers or none of that shit. I'm talking about if you took 10 45-year-olds and 10 27-year-olds, I know that the 45-year-olds are probably going to be more stable than the 27-year-olds.
On average, probably, yeah. But I'm saying, like, it's not a hard rule, though. Like, you're creating some hard rule here.
I never said all, bro. I'm just saying in general.
You did say all.
Okay, perfect example. Perfect example. There's no way, if I'm dealing with a group of women, and it's 10 women, and 7 of these bitches got kids and they never been married, I can deduce these bitches don't want to get married. If these bitches already got kids, listen. If I'm dealing with 10 bitches and you already have children out of wedlock, marriage couldn't have been that important to you. Because
it might not have been important at the time of conception, but it could be something that has grown in importance in their life.
No, it could be something that they thought about on the back burner. I'm not gonna keep
circling this drain with you. I don't know where we go here. You just keep bringing up examples and stuff that.
I'm just saying, I'm giving my point of view in it because if they value marriage, we all learn from a young age. First comes love, then comes marriage, and then comes babies and the baby. Like, we get taught this shit. This is real life.
This guy just brought up a nursery rhyme to support his claim. We're in 2024, man. Come on, man.
It don't matter what we doing 100 years ago. It was 1924. What the fuck that mean?
It means that we are living in a completely different society than back then in the day.
It's the same society.
Are you still in the? It's not the same society.
Texas was Texas, nigga. That shit don't matter.
All right.
This is what I'm saying. When you talking about marriage, marriage is across all societies. It don't matter where you at. They get married in China, Japan, Africa, Cambodia, motherfucking Brazil, Thailand, Hawaii. Marriage is marriage everywhere. What the fuck do the society got to do with it?
We live in societies that have standards and ways and different things.
Like,
society, what do you mean? What does society have to do with it? Society has everything to do with it. Society shapes
now, when I said
the perception of.
Now listen, when I said that first, but listen, when I said that first, y'all acted like I was crazy when I said our society doesn't value marriage. We value.
Nobody act like he was crazy. Nobody disagreed with that. Nobody disagreed.
That's what I'm saying. The reason Western marriage doesn't work that well is because we value sex more than marriage.
God, how many times you gonna say it though? Like, how many times you gonna say that same thing?
Yeah, we value.
Like, we heard you say it.
Yeah, it's that we value these so-called experiences more than marriage.
Again, you said it again.
we act like there's shit we can do unmarried that we could, like, you act like there's a difference in being married and unmarried and doing activities. There's no difference. If I'm married, I can have the same experience married as I can unmarried.
Okay.
All right, so
not necessarily. No, not necessarily. There are things that come with marriage that you cannot do while you're single or dating. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sorry, Kev. You were saying something. Let me cut you off.
Like, perfect is that when I deal with women, anytime I see a woman that already got kids, I don't even talk to her about marriage. Like, it's a waste of marriage is not important to her. She already got kids and shit.
Do you want to be married?
What'd you say?
Do you want to be married?
I've been married before. I got married young. But
that's not the question. I said, do you want to be married?
No, I'll never get married again.
Okay, well, why would you consider anybody for marriage then? So
I don't consider but I'm saying I don't consider no one for marriage now. But I'm saying if I meet a woman, I would never even, if I meet a woman with children already, I wouldn't even broach the subject of marriage with her.
You shouldn't broach the subject at all because unless you're telling her that you don't want to be married. Because you don't want to be married.
Every woman I deal with, no, I'm not getting married. That's not the issue.
Okay, well, shoot.
Hey,
I'm speaking on the situation of I got married when I was 20 years old because I valued marriage. I understood what it was. Like, marriage is something you do over time. Not because we're throwing the Hail Mary because there's no one left.
Listen, you got married at 20 and it didn't work out for you. Like, how'd that go? Like, let's not make a hard rule for something that don't always work out.
And I'm gonna think it was my fault it didn't work out. It wasn't her fault. It was my fault. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even blame
I'm saying it didn't. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So like, just because you got married young and it didn't work out. There's people who get married older and it works out. Like, how do you?
But this is what I'm saying. I'm not talking about if it works out or not. I'm talking about if you value it. I got friends that got married at the same time as me, and they're still married. In our 30s, they're still married.
Hey, G.
What's up?
G. Andre asked the question, how long were you married?
I was married for 7 years.
7 years.
Yep.
Okay.
I was married till I was 27, about to turn 28.
Okay.
But like I said, it was my fault that we divorced because I didn't really value the marriage. Like she was Muslim.
I thought you did value marriage. I'm confused. You said you got married at 20 because you value marriage. Now you saying that you didn't value marriage.
Yeah, I didn't. What is it? I did value getting married, having a family, because I thought that was what good Muslim boys did. Like, this is how we.
So what didn't you value about the marriage then? What didn't you value?
Was because, and honestly, because I wasn't really living as a Muslim either. Like, I was, you know what I'm saying? My father's Muslim, my family, you know what I'm saying? I was living like that, but I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't praying. I wasn't following the tenets of the religion. I was thugging, selling drugs, all type of shit. So it was my fault my marriage dissolved. I understand that. But what I do understand is dealing with these women now is that they don't value marriage. Like,
and
I'm not going to try to talk marriage. I'm not going to try to talk.
Neither did you.
What'd you say?
And neither did you.
Neither did I. No. Yeah, I was more, you know what I'm saying? I was involved in something else to where I didn't value marriage. But I valued having a wife. Like, I thought, like, this is my woman. She's supposed to be my wife. So no other nigga could touch her. You know what I'm saying? Nobody could have her. Like,
much.
I valued that part of marriage. I didn't value actually being a husband. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, you got married young and didn't value marriage. And you saying these black women out or these women out here, they don't value marriage.
They don't
Y'all
value
in the
marriage,
same boat. Y'all in the same boat. You just like the women.
I always put myself in that boat. I never said it was me.
But you said that you got married at 20 because you value marriage. But you was just like the women that don't value marriage that you talking about.
Listen,
am I missing something?
About American culture. Our culture doesn't value marriage that much. But I'm saying I was involved in a subculture too. As I was growing up, as I was getting away from the ghetto and my mom and shit, trying to just live a different life, trying to go around my father and like that community, like they value marriage to a point where they get married young. They're trying to build a life with somebody from the ground up young. They're having their babies in their 20s and they're, you know what I'm saying, these people are different.
Well, it seems like from your experience that there were elements of marriage. There were elements of marriage that you didn't value. Like age is not the only thing. Age is not the only factor on if someone values marriage in this case.
It's not.
And that's all I've been trying to say. I'm saying you can't just say it's age. There are other things. Like you could be married older and still value marriage and has those other aspects, which gives us longevity. Rather than it just being if you weren't married at 20 or if you weren't married young, then you just don't value marriage. That's my thing. I'm like, you can't just put a hard rule on age. And I think there's other factors.
And that's your opinion. You know, I just believe that.
No, that's a fact.
I just believe that what a culture values, it puts in the forefront. There's no way that this culture could be what it is and say it values marriage, especially as black people. As black people, we could never say inside of this country that we value marriage and our family dynamics are what they are. There's no way. That would be like saying the sky is red when the motherfucker blue.
I hear you. I hear you.
Listen, I honestly think that's why most of the marriages fail. Most of them
Do most of the marriages fail? I thought it was 50-50.
No, it's a majority of the marriages. It's more, not less. It's not even. It's not a 50-50 split.
Ain't it 50-50? When did that change?
I thought it was like 61% of them failed.
61% of marriages end in divorce?
Yeah, in America. Yeah.
I thought it was in America it's 50-50. I don't know. Have y'all heard something different?
I ain't never heard that 50-50.
It's been 50-50 for you. I don't know.
I would probably say it was closer to 50-50, but see, here's where the part where I bring up the laptop again. If we could look up the stat, I could share the screen, but I can't. So I just can't wait for this few days is up. So anyway, thank you all for
almost 50%. I'm sorry.
It's almost 50%. Okay, it's almost 50%. Okay, so
that's not the majority.
Cool. Yeah, it's not, but I mean, 50% to get married. I mean, like almost 50%. That's very alarming because I mean, it's like,
but it's not the majority. Is my only point. You can't say it's almost 50% and that be the majority.
But almost 50% is still kind of a sizable number. You got to admit that, you know.
But it's
not the majority.
It's not the majority. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, it's not the majority. Yeah, you're right about that. Yeah. Yeah. So we got 35 in here. Hopefully all of y'all press the like button, you know, get that like or that dislike or Ryan James says 7 years of marriage is the new till death do us part. I'm gonna say where's Samuel Jackson at? I already did that, you know, for the one dislike. So Andre says 7 years max is common length in the black community. And you know, but marriage is supposed to be longer. You know, marriage is supposed to be forever, actually.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're with a forever person, or you know, you end up with sometimes the sad face like Shaq. So it's been an hour and a half. You know, we've had a pretty good discussion on that, and I think that both of you gentlemen has brought up some pretty good points. One thing I will agree with G on is that we do make marriage important. Like like I said earlier, the way I was taught, and I'm not saying that everybody was taught that way, was, you know, you complete school, you get a job, you find someone to marry, and you build a family. That's that's part of our conditioning. No, I don't ever remember being told that, you know, go ahead, Kev, don't worry about getting married, become the best version of yourself. You know, I don't. I mean, I would be encouraged to, you know, shoot for better, but the plan was always included. Marriage was always included in that plan. So, you know, when I did get married, when I first became an adult, it did kind of mess with my self-worth a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was something that was supposed to be done, but as time went on, I got over it. And I didn't really care too much about, oh, am I going to get too old for somebody to want to spend the rest of their life with me? And then, you know, when I was 36, you know, years old, I met somebody in 36 now. Well, let me see, I was 35. Yeah, I was 35 when I met her, and I was 37 when I got married. So, I would be considered someone who got married late, according to what I was taught. And here we are 10 years later.
Late, man. What's late, man? I got a homie that got married.
I mean, I'm not saying that it was a correct. I'm not saying it was a correct way to teach. I'm not saying that, you know. But
I got a homie that was 35. He got married to some a good friend of mine who was 27. Still married to this day. So they've been married for almost 9 years now. So, I mean, 2 kids later, built the house from the ground up down in North Carolina. I mean, it's just, that's why I'm like, you can't just put hard rules on the age on things. That was my only thing.
Yeah, I get that. And I mean, like, people are different. There are many, many different situations. I mean, I get it, but there are still different situations. So,
I agree with you guys. I don't mean to speak in absolutes totally. I'm just saying in general, that's what I believe. You know, so that's what I think and I believe. I wouldn't be planning on starting a family with a 36-year-old woman. Like, I wouldn't expect her to be having children and shit. Like, first, I don't have any children. So I don't know if you guys already had children or you had children. Or, like, I wouldn't be looking at a woman. If I'm looking to start a family, I'm not looking for a 35-year-old woman.
That's the thing. Not everybody gets married to start a family. Sometimes people already have kids. So they might go into a situation where they're continuing a family with a more solid foundation or solid structure.
That even solidifies my opinion more. Like, we value sex and individualism more than we value the union of marriage. If you're talking about, everybody doesn't get married for a family. Well, that's what marriage is for. The marriage is for the family. Like that we can't change what the purpose of marriage is.
You keep saying you're not speaking in absolutes, but you speaking in absolutes.
But no, because marriage is absolutely about the family, though. That's a fact.
Some people get married for companionship, man. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, in our culture now, because we get tired of whoremongering and being whores. So it's like, okay, I done fucked everybody I want to fuck. I done got all the pussy I can get. Now I just want one bitch. And the women do the same thing. I done fucked all the dudes I can fuck. This nigga seem like a good nigga, so we might as well do it.
I don't know about that one. Good evening, everybody. But you are kind of speaking in absolutes, G, because you're saying that like marriage is only if you're trying to have a family, and that's not necessarily true. Because not everybody wants kids, right?
I wouldn't say everyone wanted kids, but
did you ask? Yeah, I don't want kids anymore. Like, I don't want no. I'm not going to ever have offspring or nothing. I don't plan on it, But I wanted kids at one point. Yeah.
When you got married at 20, and you was married for 7 years, and you was getting married to build a family, but you never had kids.
I never had children like that. That was the whole thing. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was on some different shit, bro. I was thugging. I was doing shit. I was going to jail, getting out of jail, leaving.
You could be thugging and build a family. Thugs build families.
Yeah,
like, that
but I'm saying I was thugging.
What you mean?
Like, I was just thugging.
Gangsters need love too.
Gangsters build families.
No, thugs don't build families. Thugs have kids, nigga.
Man.
They have kids, nigga, and keep it pushing.
I'm not saying it's a functioning one, but they still build families. I mean, that didn't stop you. I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why, like, now I don't plan on ever having children, so I don't see the purpose of getting married. If a woman doesn't have children by me, I don't ever see the point of taking care of her. Like, I'm gonna take care of this woman that didn't have no kids by me, didn't invest nothing or nothing. I just met this bitch when she was 37, and she tired of working, so she gonna be able to live in my house now and not do shit.
Man, you got a jaded mental. Why can't you be with somebody who has, an occupation, something that brings in some income? You all kind of combining your sources of income, and you enjoy each other's company. You all go out, you travel together, you enjoy a female companion over. Like, why couldn't it be something like that?
Why would I get one and I can switch them out every 2 years?
So you so got an expiration date to relationships?
I stayed with a woman like 2-3. Like, if it lasted 2-3 years, that was good. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
okay.
2 or 3 years is quite a long time. You realize that, right?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Do you think she is signed up for a 2 to 3 year relationship contract?
I don't care what she do. Like, that's not my wife. I don't give a fuck what this bitch do.
See, like, you a jaded person, man. You jaded because if you
don't be like me. I'm not saying nobody be like me. I'm fucked up.
If you with her for 2 to 3 years, she gon' want to be with you longer. If y'all have something established.
I'm not a good person, bro. I'm not a good person.
Women typically, if she with you for 2 to 3 years consistently, she go have some level of attachment. If you like, contract up, like, time to switch you out, time to bring in the other 1099 worker. Like, come on, man.
It's not like that, but I'm saying, like,
women ain't like that, man.
It's not like that, but it's not like they be the only woman I'm dealing with. Like, I don't like. I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up, bro.
Well, that sounds like that's part of your problem.
No, that definitely is, because I don't want to have kids no more. So I don't.
You just said that, like, you have a 2 to 3 year limit, but then you're saying that you're dealing with multiple women. So, like, that sounds like it's part of your problem.
Yeah, like, I ain't gonna cap. Man, I'm at that age where I never tell no woman that you the only woman. Like, I don't even. Man, I'm not about to play that
of
game
the
with no female,
problem.
bro.
Gee, you part of the problem of the society. You want to go from coochie to
Man,
coochie to coochie.
no, I'm not part
You're
of the
part of the
listen,
problem
bro.
that you no. You part of the problem for the failure of marriage in the West. No. You just told us you was. You part of the problem, man. You're not a family building warrior.
This is what the women listen, bro. The women like this shit. I couldn't do this shit without the women, bro.
G is the anti-family building warrior. And he part of the Western problem. He trying to go from
none
coochie
of that.
to coochie.
These bitches already got kids and shit. That don't got nothing to do with me.
You don't value marriage.
Bro,
you part of the problem that you just explained to us.
I don't have any children, bro. Well, I strap up when I'm hitting these bitches. Like I do all of that shit. I don't have any children because I'm not married to none of these women.
You want some new coochie all the time. That's you part of the problem.
Yes, like exactly. If a woman doesn't have my kids, I want some new coochie, nigga. Yes.
Well, G, like you're missing the point here. The point is not whether you're getting these chicks pregnant or not. The point is that you're talking about being in a relationship with somebody for 2 to 3 years while you're fucking other bitches.
I mean, I don't.
You got an LLC. You got a coochie. You got a coochie LLC, and you bringing in 1099 contract worker relationships, and you switching them out every couple of years. You got them on government coochie contracts. Come on, man, what you doing, G? You part of the problem. Again, I'm saying it again. You part of the problem. Is you. Too many G's out here not building families.
It's not, bro. Y'all want to blame us, and it's the women. It's not us, bro.
No, it's you.
Without the women,
you just told us you got women on contract.
Yeah,
like, no, I don't.
In that scenario, G, it's not the women. That's you, bro.
Hey, let me say something real quick. Let me say something real quick. OJ, Treeshawn, please do not come over here with that shit. That this is not the platform for it. There's other spaces you can do that, but I mean, look, no. Whenever you see somebody like that, just block them from the fucking channel. I ain't got time for that.
Say that. What was that about?
Yeah, I just noticed that after you said it. Like, yeah,
hey,
that's some suspect ass shit. I mean, it's past that.
Because listen, I tried all that shit y'all talking about. I tried that lovey-dovey shit, bro. It don't work, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Right.
I mean, it didn't work for me. It might work for y'all, man. I tried.
Well, you know, G, I'm a
blue fucking bitches and travel and getting money, man.
Well, listen, G, I'm a blue pill married simp. According to this space, I'm a blue pill married simp. And I bow down to the gynocracy in the form of marriage. So yeah, what you doing don't work for me. Because I'm married, I'm blue pill. So square out here.
You ain't no square, you a married man, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with being married. There's nothing wrong with being married and having a family.
Well, do you think a married man is blue pill?
I don't subscribe to all this pill shit. I don't know what that shit. Like, I understand the terms blue pill, red pill. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if you marry, you're just a married man, bro. That's all.
That's not how the space categorizes a married man. But you know, I hear you.
Yeah, like there ain't nothing. You're not less of a man because you're married or a simp or none of that. You a man that values marriage and you got married and you wanted to build a bond with somebody in a union. That like two things could be right at the same time. Everything isn't totally like that.
Yeah.
We act like because one thing is true, the other thing can't be true also.
No, I agree.
Yeah. But I'm saying my point of view is like I don't perceive this like the women I'm meeting.
See, they get mad.
I don't perceive them as value in marriage. Yeah, you want to be married to me now that I got a good job, that I work all the time. Yeah, of course you want to get. I'm a benefit. Like there's not gonna be no woman that deal with a man like a lot of us are. That's not going to like us for what we have. And like I don't know. I'm fucked up in the head, bro. Like I don't like bitches like I love you. I'm like I know. Like bitch, I know you bitches love stop signs. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Dang.
Hey, let me ask you a question. What if you finally met that special someone? Like that one that just make you say, ooh, goddamn, I gotta be with her.
I don't think it's possible. Like I just got too much fucked up shit with me. That's why I would never even try to drag a woman into marriage with me. Like I'm like, nah.
I mean, none of us are perfect, man. We ain't perfect.
You said what? I know,
None
but
of us
I
are
said
perfect.
I know.
Yeah.
In my situation, I know I will be the one in the wrong. I would rather just keep it cordial and casual than be like, okay, I'm going to take this woman and disrespect her and do this shit because, you know, I like they're still human, they're still people. Like I look at women like people too, like they have the right to their life and respect and honor and all of that. And I know the way that I move, I would not honor my wife. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think that's definitely responsible. Yeah. That's definitely a responsible thing.
Yeah, like I be doing all type of wild shit. So I know that like I don't value it enough to just get married anymore. Especially now that I decided like I don't want any children. I'm 34. I just turned 34. I don't have any children. And I think like I tried to get a vasectomy, but the doctor wouldn't do it because I was too young and I didn't have any kids. So now it's like, okay, now I'm just living life, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm just living.
I think the thing that happens most times, the thing that contributes to that divorce rate are people who jump into marriage knowing that they don't want to sustain the marriage, that they don't really want to be married. They just do it to hold to I guess how to describe it, to lock down some coochie. Lock down what they call it in-house. So you know, I think it's responsible to say, hey, this marriage ain't for me, because that helped to keep the numbers down. So you know.
Hey, Andre, that link you dropped, get rid of that dot before the www.
Yeah,
that's what's wrong with the link. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here come the Ibmores. Here come the
screenshot and I copied from that, so it fucks up sometimes when I try to post it.
Here come the Ibmores. I ain't even trolling. I was literally called a blue pill. I said, Buddy said because I'm married that I was blue pill, and a lot of people in the chat was agreeing.
yeah. I mean, there was this thing also going around, you know, the dad with daughters thing as well, you know, because I have a daughter. Yeah. I mean, that somehow I'm supposed to be gynocratic leaning or something like that, which is crazy.
Let me tell you, Kev. They said we compromised because we got. They said you're compromised, that you can never understand. Yeah.
Like this is why, like this topic, I say Shaq deserved what he got because of that comment that he made talking about like his fucking son's got to leave at 18, but his daughters can stay as long as they want, and he's gonna teach them how men are fucked up and shit. Like that's like the stereotypical like daughter dad, which I've been trying to fight against.
But you know what? Dads always pay for the sins of spoiling their daughters anyway. So we don't even got.
Yeah, but dudes like that are contributing to that image. That's why I've been trying to fight against it, because like just because you have a daughter doesn't mean you're fucking simp.
Yeah, like I said, man, I believe in women being able to do what they want to do, man. I don't look at these women as fucked up or wrong because they're being themselves. Like the shit that goes on. This is what women want to do. This is what they voted for. This is what they like. This is the shit that they hold valuable and cherish. Like everything that's going on in our society, this shit is not an accident, bro. The laws, the everything, the culture, this is what the people before us made it.
Well, like this is why I was saying that he deserves what he got, because you were saying some goofy shit like that, and like you were simping, and now you're taking an L. So like I have no sympathy for that.
That's just like with men, like we had that talk about the men with daughters before, and it was true, because you have to like that's your child. You have to give her like the same difference you give your son. You like that's that person's child.
Well,
now, if your daughter turned out to be if your daughter is a cum guzzling whore, like you got to accept that. Like there's nothing you can do.
I think you missed the point that I was trying to say, and like
I
was talking about earlier, was that it's just the fact that he said that my daughters can stay with me for pretty much as long as they want, and I'm gonna teach them how men are fucked up. But my sons, as soon as they turn 18, they gotta go. which isn't necessarily the worst thing, but
Who
just
said that?
because he added in that extra clause there, and like gave his daughters a break, like that's a problem.
Yeah, that's Shaq ruining his daughters. Like who? That's Shaq probably gonna take care of him for the rest of his life then.
Yeah. Yeah, we got Art up here. Art of more enraged. We got him up here. Let him get the floor for a minute. What's good?
What's up, girl?
Good. How you doing, Art?
Doing good, fellas. I'm just getting in where I can fit in, so I'll get in when I need to.
What was that stuff you was saying in the chat? Why you say I was trolling?
Because you're misrepresenting the appeals. A lot of people do. Especially
So are married men. So this is the question. So are married men blue pill?
Not necessarily.
Okay, well that literally was what was told to me.
Are you sure? Or are you just interpreting that?
Verbatim. Go to your lead Idmore, and in the chat was agreeing with it. Your leader Idmore was saying being married implies that you're blue pill by default.
Well, like being married doesn't necessarily mean you're blue pilled, because like we're having a conversation like over on Shaka's channel, and like one of the he was having a conversation with the dude that like Barbarossa interviewed, one of like the original MGTOWs, and like he's married, right? And he doesn't consider himself to be blue pilled, and he's not considered to be blue pilled, the guy that was like being interviewed.
And neither do I, but that was pushed to me.
Do you know what blue pill and red pill and all that, what those ideologies mean?
I'm not about to. I don't need definitions. But
that's a yes or no question.
Blue pill ignorance, red pill knowledge. I'm just gonna leave it there.
So anything
else?
So basically,
yeah.
No. So
well, my interpretation of blue pill and red pill is blue pill you don't get it, red pill you do.
Exactly. That literally.
So Art, just go ahead and you seem to have a understanding of what the pills are. Go ahead and break it down for us if you don't mind.
Pillologist.
So blue pill is the stage where most men are, where they believe everything that was told to them about what women are. You know, sugar, spice, everything nice. Treat a girl nicely. She'll treat you nicely. She'll respect you and all this other stuff, blah, blah, blah. Not taking into account women's nature. Red pills, you start on where you had the transition between blue and red, you have purple, where you get that's where the red pill rage comes in, where a lot of guys are stuck at, because they're upset because it seems like they were told a lie. And they can either go back into blue pill and just not accept it, or they can go further into the crimson, which is the red pill. Red pill basically is the veil has been lifted. You understand female nature at its core. You understand male nature at its core. And it's just not about female nature. What red pill is, it's really just about knowing the system that you're in, knowing your status within this country. And
so what's the difference between what I just said and what you said?
You said
blue pills that you don't know, and red pills that you know.
No, what is about what you've been taught and what you've been socialized to be, because that's what you've been socialized within this system. So that way you can work within the system, because we do need blue pill people to make the system work. If everybody was red pill, then the system will not work. Your blue pills pretty much make yourself a cog in the machine. Believing in your country, think your country's the best, A1, great American, I apple pie and shoot my guns, this, that, and the third. I love to be an American. And then you get to the red pill, you understand like America did some fucked up shit all across the world. Because there are those military people that go in the military and think America's the best place ever. Yada, 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 this, boom, bah. Maybe the safest, but if you think about the atrocities that America has caused across the globe,
I still think that there's nothing different than what you said, except you said more words and what I just said. Because it's one that you know, one that you're ignorant, that you don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the disconnect is here.
Well, Fast in his life said red pill rage is getting mad for not being able to change back to ignorance. What's good, Fast in his life? I see number 16 down there. I don't think I gave Carlton Way 1 a shout out. Seen him down there. Ray Hanma was good. Cartel, see you down there. Okay, I think that's everybody. But do y'all agree with that? Red pill rage is getting mad for not being able to change back to ignorance. If you are going with a pill philosophy,
no, it's a halfway point. It's you understanding the truth. You go if you're getting mad about it and you reject it, then you go back to being blue pill because you just refuse to acknowledge that this is the truth. When you a lot of guys are stuck in between because they're mad because they're finding all this stuff out and they get stuck. It's not about trying to I wish women would be like this, that, the third. No, it's more so about you just being stuck. You can't believe that you were lied to. You get stuck in that position.
Okay, what
causes you be red pilled and married?
What causes them to be stuck though?
And I was trying to talk and everybody keeps cutting me off. Damn.
Go ahead, finish Art. Then we're gonna let Coffee get it.
But
he gave me the floor. The host of the show gave me the floor. Did he not?
All right. But we just having a conversation. We just having a conversation. Yeah.
Let Art finish up. Then we'll give it to Coffee, and then we'll give it back to Gabe.
Calm down, Ibmore. Calm down.
You calm down, tech guy, Tech Pookie.
That's my name. Yeah.
Take me to your leader.
All right, Coffee. What you were saying?
No, I was just saying he was saying that he was telling us about the pills and everything, but I'm saying for it to get the way it is, what causes it to get there? To get to that point.
What causes someone to get to be purple pill? Is that your question?
Okay, what was the question again?
You
Kev?
asked.
No, Kev asked the question, but you kind of took us over the hills and through the woods. We were just trying to get to that one point. What was the question again, Kevin?
No, it wasn't particularly a question. I was just giving you the floor. Actually, Art was talking, then you, then Gabe.
I know, but you asked everybody on the panel what do they believe, and then you let him in, and then I guess we was going on a.
Well, I did give Art the floor to clarify the pill meanings. Since he was checking Gabe, and there were other people in the chat that were trying to clarify what the pill meanings were as well. So, what's your interpretation of the pills, Coffee? Do you? I mean, me personally, I leave that to other people's interpretation. You call me whatever you want. I mean, I can't control what people think I am. At the end of the day, I can only, I can only affect their perception by, giving people, who I am anyway. But if you say I'm red pill, I'm red pill. If you say I'm blue pill, hey, whatever on that. But Coffee, what's your interpretation?
I just think that the red pill is needed, to come to some kind of senses of the realities that are revolving around you in all angles, not just by and through, being in a bad situation with a woman, just becoming of a man. But then again, for someone to be blue pill, it doesn't mean that they're not what they call it, like alpha, versus sigma. The sigma is blue, and the alpha is red. I don't think it's no different. It's just, two different type of men. But, it seems like everybody is going against each other for being blue or red or even black. Some are pink. So that's just what I see.
And I think that over the history of the space, blue pill has been used as a diss. It's been saying like you a blue pill. A lot of times this came with blue pill simp, or you're blue pill, you don't get it type of thing. So we can't just act like, hey, the world needs blue pills. Nah. People ain't been using blue pill to diss people over there.
Hold on for a second.
You understand? Hold on. Gabe. Go ahead, Art.
Now, see, this is why I say you got to understand this. For the system of the United States, for men to cooperate within the system, they have to be blue pill because that's what
you already said that. I'm talking about something different.
I'm responding to what you just said. Now, as far as the space, yes, because most simps are blue pill. That if you look at what guys do when it comes to girls, I've seen guys in my own personal life who will give girl all the fucking money just to so that way he can sniff her fucking hand, and she still dismisses him. That is acting very blue pills because that's something that you were told. Oh, go out and chase, show your love, buy her flowers, all this stuff. You when you realize you really don't need to do all that shit. Come on, man. That is a blue pill way of thinking.
Can I ask you a question though, Art? In your studying all of this, I mean, how did you because everybody got different interpretations. What is it? Where did you get this from? Where were you taught this?
Well, hold up. Y'all do know the blue pill.
You took a university class on pills.
But this is the thing. The blue pill, red pill thing comes from a movie, bro. But
of course. I know that, G. We're just trying to get this interpretation.
It's not the blue pill and the red pill. In the blue pill, you had the world, the what is it called? The blue pill was.
Sit back, y'all. It's time for the pill history lesson.
No, I'm just saying the way you making it seem, it was never an insult. It was you have people that see the
in this
world.
Space. It was an insult, though, G. Like that's what I'm saying. It's always been an insult in this space.
Listen, it was never an insult.
It's always been an insult in this space.
I don't think anybody wants to be called blue pill.
Exactly, Cam. I don't know why they act. I don't know why they talking around it. It's always been good. It's an insult.
Listen, it was never an insult.
Hey, G, I came up here for you because I was about to say he's back.
It's always been an insult because it implies ignorance. It implies like,
exactly. It implies it's a statement that a lot of blue pill people made. Oh yeah, size doesn't matter. When every motherfucker know that a bitch rather 9 inches than 3.
Well,
what the world? Why are we going?
Well, no, we're going into fallacy.
What the world?
Oh, it's the motion in the ocean. It's not the size of the boat.
Well, G,
are you thinking that women don't like dick as much as you like pussy? Like that's the blue pill shit.
Yeah, what we on, G? You
gotta put a pause in there, and like actually.
No, I don't need to do a pause. I don't need to do a pause.
We need a pause and a no
diddy. I don't care about that weird shit this new era got going on.
Y'all on the
panel, man, and you talking about phallus sizes. Come on, man. We got to pause something.
Yeah,
let me ask G one question.
You know that a woman prefer 9 inches over 3 inches, nigga. That's it.
Okay, you don't gotta tell her.
Why are we talking about this?
Hey. Let me ask G one question, fellas.
The phallus
G,
pill.
Are we back, man? Do we need to get the capes out again?
And we need to get the capes out.
We can get ready to go on tour.
Get the capes out, dog.
Well, I actually agree with what Gabe was saying. Is that typically when you say blue pill, it is often associated with a blue pill simp. So I agree with him on that.
It's always been like that. It's always been like that.
Let me even say. Yeah, let me even say that I even said that in the breakdown chat, blue pilled simp, and breakdown like Sister George or Concrete Rose immediately. Not that we're supposed to care what women think in this space or whatever, but that they would say the same thing. Blue pill and simp are pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know why it's just this new 2024 definition of it in the space. People been using that to diss each other.
Yeah,
for the longest. So when they attach blue pill with marriage, it's literally saying similar things.
Well, you blue pill simp is something different.
I wish I could go back to being blue pill though. I wish I could go back to think that women.
Was it you want the steak?
Yeah, you want that cipher steak.
You want the steak.
When I realize what these hoes really want to do, I'm out here. Like I said. Just like we did.
What up?
You know, a lot of blue pill stuff get lost in the haze too. Like, you know, blue pill is just believing the conventional shit and not paying attention to what's real. Like, that's all. Like, that's how I see the blue pill. Like, you believe this Star Spangled Banner, Stars and Stripes shit. Like, you think that these motherfuckers was a paragon of virtue. Like, you think this shit is really based off of morality and all of that shit. Boy, you crazy.
I think the real pill is more so, you know, more like to see life for what it really is, away from what you think it should be. You know, that's how I interpret it, you know, real talk. But, you know, I don't even look at, you know, even a brother who don't think like me, or because he's married and he is obeying the laws of God or whatever religion that he practiced, and, you know, honoring his marriage, as being a simp and blue pill. And too often men like that are shamed in space. I've seen it. Oh, you do what your wife tell you to do, man. And you know.
Yeah,
you know,
I've had that happen before. Hey, but for real quick, I got to do this real quick.
Now I'm feeling objectified by your male gaze.
Damn. Yep, dislike number 2 is here. So, go ahead, Art.
Well, that's what I said. A lot of the stuff, especially what I hate, that's been going on in the manosphere, not just the black manosphere, but them trying to change what black pill means. And I've had conversations, I've talked about it myself, is that they want to change black pill as like what incel is. Being an incel is black pill, and it's not. That's the only thing that I would say that I've seen has changed within the conversation, because if you're been in the space as long as I have, you would know that incel was first called true force loneliness. And it was guys that had some type of medical condition, or like Asperger's, or some kind of social something wrong with their face, whatever. They couldn't get women, and because they had those defects, and then it turned into something else.
Hey, let me ask you. Let me ask this for Gabe. Wouldn't incel be closer to blue pill because they're trying to figure out a way to get in the good graces of women instead of black pill, so to speak?
They're not black pill. I think what BGS said was correct, is that they're failed blue pillers. They failed at being blue pill, and they're mad about it. And so that
answers my question. It's closer to blue pill. Yeah. So, yeah.
Man, all these pills and octanes and all this shit.
I was just about to say, like, what have all these pill classifications done for anybody? Is it just
I'm trying to keep up too, man. I'm just trying to get some
I'm trying to get some
clarity.
Human beings,
it's not anything that we go.
Human beings categorize.
Dang, I can't even finish what I'm saying. You said you had to hold up. Let me finish saying what I gotta say. It's my opinion that these pills are nothing but categorizations of people without any real world implications on anyone's lives. Nobody really goes around life, goes into their occupations, goes into their relationships, classifying each other as pills or not pills or this or that. These are just things that people, this is for content, in my opinion. And I'll pause there because it's just purposeless.
But it being for content don't make it no less real. Like, we do judge each other every day, all day, while we're around each other. Like, that's a real thing that we do. Just because we have.
But these pills had these strict definitions, though, G. Like, they had these strict definitions.
There are strict definitions, but I'm saying the point of reference that got created inside of the manosphere, that was for people that's inside the manosphere. You know, this thing is like, it's deep. It's deeper than that. It's like when you talk about people personalities, right? There's many different personality characteristics in the DSM-9, but there is a hierarchy, or there is an order to the disorders, what type of people are what, if you're an introvert, an extrovert, or if you handle confrontation a certain way, if you're non-confrontational, if you're passive aggressive. We all have these type of things. But the reason we're saying blue pill, red pill, this is how it evolved out. There's always been people that was so-called red pill. It just wasn't called that. They might have been called nihilistic, or something like that.
But G, I think we continuously see that these. I'm just gonna say this. I think that we see continuously that these pill connoisseurs or these pill propositioners, they a lot of times betray the pill that they claim. I mean, look at, I think number 16 brought it up earlier, Fresh and Fit. The dude got a girl pregnant, was introduced him to the mom and all that, and she turned out to be nothing, right? But he's a red pill representative. A lot of times these pills betray each other. They portray the pills that they claim.
Wait, hold on.
Well, G, let argue in, fam. Because
okay, so that's why I made that video like I think a month ago about Fresh and Fit and some of these people. What you have to understand is that when these classifications came out, there was only 3 pills. That's why people don't add it on all these extra white pills. Human beings categorize themselves by what they do and what they believe in.
Are these pills documented and trademarked?
Damn, I shut up when Gabe talked because I did cut him off, and I shut up, did I not? So can I get the same respect?
Yeah, I wasn't talking.
No, I'm saying to whoever cut me off. I mean, I'm all for being respectful. If I cut somebody off, I shut up. But I want the same respect. So now I just lost my train of thought.
Okay, well then I'll go then.
We're talking about pills. Because somebody brought up a gold pill, an orange pill, a brown pill. Okay, now we're going a little bit far.
The one you buy damn 7-Eleven.
Yeah, so people want to be categorized. It's true. It's fucking day is bright. So that's all it is. Now, when it comes to Fresh and Fit and all they do, they never call themselves a red pill channel.
Oh, stop it. That's not true. They are red pillars to the core.
Have they ever said they were a red pill channel?
Yeah, they said that they. Come on, man.
No, I'm being honest, because you got a lot of people in here that take talking points just so they can make money, but don't believe in the shit that the philosophies of the space.
That's the point I'm making too. That's the saying. They claim these pills.
But that's the thing. If they were true red pillars or whatever content, they will say that. They will have no problem promoting that.
Do you watch the content, Art?
No.
Okay.
I get little clips that YouTube tries to send me, but I ignore the shit because what they say is just juvenile to me.
Well, and to what Gabe said, that Fresh and Fit, they might be red pill, but those are white manosphere content creators. They're not black.
It don't matter.
No, they were very closely associated with the black manosphere.
No, they wasn't.
Especially,
no, they wasn't.
You're just looking at.
So they weren't closely associated with Kevin Samuels. They weren't closely associated with O'Shea Duke Jackson.
Hey, when they first got it, I'll say this. Let me say this. When they first got into it, with Ab and Preach, they were screaming manosphere. They were.
Of course.
I've never even heard them say anything about manosphere.
Yeah, they were when they first got into it with Ab and Preach.
I know
they was like, you don't mess with the manosphere. That's what they said.
They all were manosphere. MTR was manosphere. All of them was manosphere.
They don't want to look
very
bad
closely
right
black manosphere, especially MTR.
Well, I'm
MTR.
MTR.
What does that have to do with anything?
Exactly.
These are people. Well, the thing that has to do with something is that these are people who claim the red pill, who are part of the manosphere.
The red pill is a point of view. It's not a set of way to live your life. It's not a code of honor or chivalry. It's a point of view.
No, people preach these methodologies, these red pill methodologies, and they don't live it. Is what I'm saying. Like, so what's the purpose of it?
It's not a methodology. No, it's not.
They've been writing books about it. They've been making streams about it. I mean, it's for years.
Listen, it's a point of view. It's not a methodology. Right. It's a point of view.
Hey, somebody drop the link, please.
So, hold on. What do a person's point of view got to do with him getting some pussy?
I got you. What that ain't what it's about. Come on, man. You just saying
because I'm red pill, I'm not supposed to get no pussy.
Nobody said that.
What the fuck are you talking about? This nigga said he was red pill.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. All right. When it comes to red pill, it's like making sure you know what this woman's nature is, or let's just use women because that's pretty much what we're on at this point. You know what women's nature is. You know how she's going to act. You know this. You know the dangers of messing with her because of her nature when it comes to you within this society. Because and so when you're dealing with that, you have to accept the responsibilities of dealing with said woman if that's what you choose to do. It's just a philosophy.
So understanding female nature.
Understanding female nature is part of being red pill. Yes.
But why does it have to be within the context of red pill? Why can't just men? If they're going into it,
because it's a hierarchy. It's a hierarchy type category. You got blue pill, you raise up the red pill, then you raise up the black pill. It's a hierarchy.
I just don't see this going past these spaces, man.
So
I just don't. I never hear this stuff in real life.
Are labeled more as masculine than the blue pill men?
Well, but the fact that you're speaking about, they already went past these spaces. The red pill is already out in the public. The terminology, the point of view, everything is already out in the public. But
no, this was in these reports. That's where these male supremacy reports. That's where it is, G.
But you keep conflating it like it's a way of life. It's not. It's a point of view.
You know what?
No, it's labeled as toxic masculinity. And it's being targeted. Well, you haven't seen the latest reports.
Man, and you want a cookie?
Male supremacist group.
He needs a cookie because he broke some deep ass code or something.
Homeland Security funding. Yeah, that's a real nice group to be in. Yeah,
and you want to because you want to know why? Because they have to fix the society that we're in. They have to get these women in line. They have to get these men in line.
But they got to fix the society we in.
Yes, because they broke it. Men don't want to fucking deal with girls anymore or women, and so they just sit at home, not dating because there's a dating crisis at the moment. Women are not having babies. They're not being married. They're not doing what they were supposed. They hope they did when they did all this shit, and so now they got to try to fix it. That's why you got all these damn reports talking about male loneliness, dating issues, dating problem. When the boomers pass on, what's going to happen to our society then? I just showed a video, I think 2 weeks ago, or 2 months ago, where they're talking about the immigration issue, about importing people and what it's going to look like within the next 100 years.
Well, hey, let him acknowledge.
I was getting on the male supremacist.
But they're using. What I'm saying is that they're using.
Hold on. Yeah, I have to acknowledge this super chat. Thank you, Salty Balls, for the generosity. Let me go ahead and update this ticker at the bottom, and let me go ahead and give you this one right here. Yeah, and let me
he needs that Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Oh, you want to see Mike Tyson? Okay.
They have nothing to do with this. They're just innocent people.
That's hilarious. But hey, thank you, man. Let me go ahead and update it, man. For real, like, yeah. I'm already looking at the laptop I want. It's a pretty cool one. Yeah, its performance is very high and it's got good reviews. So, we got AL that just joined, and then we got BGS as well up here. So, how y'all doing? I
was about to ask you to put the names up because I didn't know who was who right now.
Okay. I'm straight now, and I know the educator is good too. We just here for the bullshit because I sat back in the weeds and I'm listening to some more bullshit babble, and the shit's just annoying. Truthfully, it really is. But I live boss straight, no matter.
Man, that's your voice, guy.
Who is boss?
Boss is the master educator. He knows. He knows his name. He knows his name.
Boss. Are you employed by somebody on this panel?
Oh boy.
He's not like the feminist talk coming at that
cool. Grown man calling another man a boss, and you
got a problem with it. Don't got a problem with it.
Blue pill to me.
Don't have a problem with it neither. And I'm more red pill than you could ever be. in my
Why you
smaller
red pill
cities,
calling
brother.
another man your boss? But okay.
Hey, it's called a compliment. Something you wouldn't know jack shit about, homie.
True. You could, okay, compliment your boss.
I
Make sure you
know.
get paid by him too.
It's okay. It's okay.
AL
You in
is
your
a deep
effeminate way.
South guy. When they say boss, that has nothing to mean like he's my master. He's just it's a form of respect.
I'm not
You
familiar.
don't have to explain that to him.
He just said something different.
Inferior. You don't have to explain shit to inferior people, bro. Trust me.
I'm inferior to who? You? AL? I'm inferior
Period,
to you?
point blank. Period, point blank. Period, point
In what
blank.
ways, AL? In what ways am I inferior to you?
Can we stop with the insults and just have like a
No, he jumped up here with the insults. He said we talk about some babble. He was annoyed.
You
So when I come
really
at
are.
him, it's a bad thing.
A while ago, with you not even understanding the difference between the black manosphere and the manosphere.
Listen, why don't you just add to the conversation rather than saying something about what we've been discussing?
We separate
add to the conversation.
Why don't you just add to the conversation? I am. Why don't you calm the fuck down and get up out your effeminate menstrual cycle that you on? Why don't you try that, okay?
The effeminate menstrual.
Your effeminate menstrual cycle that you're on. You're on one.
Them words ain't mixed.
That avatar is hilarious, Dusty. That avatar is hilarious, Dusty. It was good. But what's up, BGS? And then we got Salty Balls up here as well. So we got a full panel. So what's good?
Well, the first thing about Shaq knew who he married, right? Because he took her from another man, and he bought him out. Okay, the woman was married. He took a woman, a married woman, away from her husband. Number one, he knew who he married. Okay, that's number one. Number two, with Shaq and any NBA ball player, they're not monogamous. They never will be. They never have been. Okay, so when he said that I wouldn't have loved me either, Shaq was on some bullshit. I'm in LA. I know what Shaq was doing at the time. So he was on some bullshit. So with that out of the way, so their marriage is not indicative of other people's marriages. Okay, it's completely different at that level. Okay. Because they do this shit all the time. They go after each other's women and they go after each other's wives and they don't have the normal boundaries. They get strippers pregnant and marry them. That's what Paul George did. Okay, so they fight each other over their wives and shit like that, over their concubines, all kind of bullshit. So Shaq, I don't feel sorry for Shaq. I don't feel sorry for Shaunie. Shaunie should go ahead and tell the whole story if she's gonna tell the story about who Shaq took her from. Okay. Because she ain't gonna tell that one, because I was working with a guy who was actually friends with the guy with her previous husband before she got with Shaq, that told me about the story that Shaq is trying to take this girl away from her husband. Okay, this is way back in 2001, 2002. Okay, so I knew what Shaq was doing. So Shaq, that's how come Shaq ain't got nothing to say. He knew the BS he did. That's how come him and Kobe don't get along with Kobe, because Kobe was saying that Shaq pays dudes off for bullshit like this. So, and he mentioned that because he mentioned Shaunie and what happened with Shaunie in her previous husband and all this other crap that went on. So as far as Shaq's marriage, just like Shaq's not upset. Okay, he went through some crap with Shaunie, but he knew who he married. She was not a virgin. She was not a so-called virginal type woman, a faithful type woman. Okay, she's a gold digger. Took advantage, and he went along with it. He got a good marriage out of it. He had 4 or 5 kids out of her. So good for him. And black marriage on the decline. Black marriage is okay. This is something about black marriage, because I think we're talking about black marriage, right? If you go, that's why we pulled up the book, the Negro Family in the United States by Frazier, right? And basically, and also Diane Stewart, who wrote Black Women, Black Love, she says the exact same thing. Black marriage coming out of emancipation has always been a problem. Okay, it's never been stable. It's always
emancipation
since 1870.
Okay, man. Emancipation is 2024.
Yeah, but you also have a constitution that was written in what, 1780?
All right.
Things still say
the same. They're still relevant. You still
Supreme Court.
Emancipation. Okay.
Supreme Court is still talking about secession and rights going back into the 1800s.
Sorry, I interrupted you. My apologies. Pardon me.
In other words, black marriage has never been stable. Okay. Even when they were still married, they had what they call walking divorces, right? Because I know, because even in the 70s and in the 80s, I had a friend that did two of them, two walking divorces. He just walked away from marriage and never got divorced on paper. And that's been right with the black community for 200 years, almost 200 years. So saying that black marriage is also altered and is a glorious thing, it never was. Okay. And when what's his name? What Kenneth Clark and Moynihan was trying to tell you back in the 60s. Okay. They said the government needs to step in and do something to fix this situation. And they never did, because the women didn't want it and the liberals didn't want it. So it never got fixed. So what do you think would happen to it? It cratered. Right if they started giving black women welfare, they could walk away from the marriage. The shit cratered.
Yep.
It cratered.
I showed that graph.
We showed the graph. We read this stuff. Okay. And so it's no wonder. That's the first thing. Now let's get to the pills. I don't know why people make the art. Why do they make this stuff so complicated?
Because I have a sneaky suspicion that I think the school system I think the school system, with going through all this gender identity stuff, people just want to feel special.
Okay.
That's why you have like all these like white pill, green pill, gold pill, fuchsia pill, all this. It's like, no, there's 3 pills. Stop it.
Y'all don't even agree in the pill classifications. I mean, even Art. Well, I asked Art up here. I said, hey, do you think that being married makes you blue pill by default? He said, no, not necessarily. But BGS, you said something completely different before.
No,
y'all don't even agree.
There's tons and tons of red pill guys that are married. In fact, your
oh my gosh!
Can I finish? Can I finish? Is it okay?
Do you want me to bring up your stream where you said being married makes you blue pill? You said that, BGS. Why you lying? Me and you literally.
I didn't.
AL, shut up. We literally sat on the stream.
He was talking.
No,
you shut up.
You jumped in.
Telling you to shut up. He was talking.
Listen, calm down.
You calm down. You calm down.
He was talking, Gabe. So please allow him to finish.
Allow me to finish. Roller Tomasi, who's one of the biggest red pill guys, has been married for like 35 years. Okay, been married. He was married before. Okay, Rossi, what's his name?
Rollo Tomasi.
Rollo Tomasi. There was Dow Rock. These people on blogs, Christian and married. Okay, Red Pill actually came out of the MRA movement, right? Okay, all the
history lesson. I'm just taking your words and what you said.
Let me finish. Okay, if you got it, pull it up. Okay, if you got it, pull it up.
Give me a second.
Okay. Okay. If you got it, pull it up. Okay.
Okay. Gotcha.
In other words, I was saying advocating for marriage and stuff like that is what your society teaches you. Okay. Okay. It is inherently blue pill. That doesn't mean that you're blue pill. Okay. If you understand, you can be black pill and be married. Okay. If you understand the principles, you have blue pill principles, right? 2.3 children, being married, being married for your lifetime. That's what your society teaches you. That is blue pill. Okay. Okay.
I think at this point you just kind of start forgetting what you be saying.
You can repeat whatever the fuck you want.
Just show the video, man.
Okay.
You give me 1 second. I'm gonna find it.
In other words, those are blue pill principles. That does not mean that you are blue pill. Okay. That does not mean that you're blue pill. There's plenty of, like I did name like 4 or 5 people that are red pill and married. Okay, there's a tons of guys that themselves that are red pill and married, but they understand that basically everything that you've been taught is blue pill is not necessarily so. Okay, marriage is not necessarily what they teach you that it is. So if you walk into it with your eyes open and understand the risks of being married and understand that, which is what TLA teaches all the time. You can get married all you want. Get a prenup. It's red pill. Okay. In other words, you're walking into it without saying, "Oh, she's gonna love me. You're gonna be married forever, and I don't need a prenup because she would never go left or cheat on me." And it's like, it's bullshit. Okay.
Yep.
It's bullshit. A red pill guy knows, hey, you know what? I got to protect myself because any woman can go left, and they do.
Well,
in marriage, the average marriage today, average
10 years.
8 years, 8 years,
8 years.
and 5 if you're black, right? In fact, most marriages end in divorce, and this is by default. Lawyers that say this all the time, right? You got to defend yourself. In fact, if you're really going to go red pill, damn near black pill, the lead attorney says, basically, if you get married and you have a prenup and you're married for 10 years, your last 10 years, he said he considers that a win compared to all the other stats. That's all red pill does. All red pill is it talks about the stats.
All right,
That's all it does.
Okay, let me Salty Balls is up here, so let him go ahead and get in real quick. What's good?
Hey, what's good? I'll be up here just for a little.
No, I almost got it. I almost got it. Just wait 1 second. I almost got it.
I'm still talking. Anyhow, I'm gonna be up here just shortly. Just doing some analysis with this particular article that's been going around. There's some methodological errors found preliminarily already in another article that they referred to. So I'm just checking in and say what's up. Okay.
Oh, okay. What's good? Yeah, and I appreciate the generous super chat, man. For real. I appreciate that. All right. Okay. All right. So who's gonna go? Who's gonna go right? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, BGF did do a video about like black pill marriages.
Yeah.
And what Gabe was talking about earlier, like being married doesn't mean you're blue pilled. Because I also mentioned earlier that I did have a conversation with a guy with Shaka when we were talking to a dude that Barbarossa interviewed.
Yeah.
And he was a married guy, and obviously if Barbarossa is like one of the original MGTOWs, and he wasn't looking at him like a blue pill simp.
Whenever you're ready, Kev, I had a stream right here in the back, and literally, it's BGS's words from his own stream.
Go ahead.
Well, Kev has to admit it. Okay, let me know when you're ready.
All right, go ahead.
Can you all hear audio? The family building warrior. Can you all hear that?
I can hear it.
That's blue pill stuff. I have a question about that. So you said that you just said the family building warrior. You said that's blue pill stuff.
That's blue pill, yeah.
So building family. Andre, chill. So building families is blue pill?
Yes.
Whoa.
Well, Gabe,
I'm not talking to you, Andre. I'm not talking to you, man.
Andre, impulse control, right? If you have a problem with Gabe, do it on his channel, okay?
I don't have a problem with Gabe.
Okay, fast forward.
The only reason why I was
we just went through this last night, okay? Can you fall back and be quiet? Talk about anything you want, right?
Fast forward.
What I want to talk about and what this session is about, right? Fucking hours to go through anything
Fast
you want,
forward.
right?
No,
right?
No,
yes or no? This.
I was just asking.
Ain't no well. If you have something, I did this on this channel for people that don't normally get to speak. On my only building warrior is blue pill.
Okay.
It's what the whole country, what the whole school session and everything else is designed to do, is to build families, for people to get married, build families and whatnot. That is very, very blue pill.
So aren't families the foundation to societies?
It's blue pill. The whole blue pill thing is socialization. Is foundation to society. Yes, it is.
So how can the foundations of society be considered blue pill?
Why? Do you understand what blue pill is?
Yeah, it's like some type of idea that you are being blind to the reality of the situation that you're.
Like blue pills, like
explain it, Andre. Yo, like nobody's talking.
Blue pill. If you go back to the Matrix, is what you're socialized in society to do. Okay, regardless of what the real truth is, sometimes in society to do for society's sake.
Do we want to keep going or?
Because
so
it continues. I just said
where does he call you blue pill? Because
he says it further. But I just want to see. Do y'all want to keep going, or do you have any commentary?
No, we just asked you to show us what he.
You just played what I just said, right?
So building families. No. It's not over. Could you say more? But building families, you said was blue pill.
Yes. Why did I say it was blue pill, sir?
So how is building families blue pill?
Why did I
Oh my God, this motherfucker slow as a box.
Calm down.
Yo, shut up, dog.
Why did I say that?
Slow as a box of rocks.
No, hold on. Why did I say that?
No, you are dumb as a box of rocks. You follow BGS everywhere. Shut up, you a tag dog. Ain't nobody talking to you. Nobody talking to you because you
some decorum, gentlemen.
Listen, you
decorum.
hop up every time when ain't nobody talking to you.
Decorum,
Shut up.
gentlemen.
BGS telling him shut up because he just keep hopping up every single time.
We gonna
talking to you, man. Are you trying to be the new angry man? Because that's what angry man used to do. Are you trying to be him?
No, I'm just
be
on
yourself.
Your ass.
Be yourself.
Nobody
you ain't no nobody, boy. You ain't no nobody.
Idiot.
Niggas just trying to have a conversation.
Hey guys, for real though. Let's yeah. So okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
In other words, blue pill, if you look at the matrix, is what your society teaches you. You have to have a blue pill sector for the majority of people, just like the matrix, okay? Everybody can't live outside the matrix, okay? That's how society
building up.
Can I
back
finish?
to building a family, though.
Can I finish?
Because you're talking about something that.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
Okay. It is built upon that. They have to socialize you into making families and getting married and raising kids. You're socialized to do that. Okay, that's not something ordained from God. You have to be socialized to do that. That's blue.
So building
yes, it's blue pill.
Gosh.
What part don't you understand?
But isn't that a purpose of marriage, to build families?
Yeah. Who socializes you to do that?
It's not about socializing.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh. Everybody who gets married is not necessarily socialized into getting married.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Where
are you jumping in too? Can I talk to BGS? Like, what's up? Are you trying to be AL or dang?
Hey, stop.
No. Tell your buddies to stop jumping in.
Hey, shut up.
I get tired of all that. I get tired of y'all little followers. I get tired of y'all little followers jumping up. I'm trying to have a conversation. I'm trying to have a conversation, but your little followers keep jumping in and commentating.
Concentrate.
Ain't nobody being disrespectful to you. I'm saying they keep jumping in. No, you focus and tell your little buddies to focus, boy. What you mean? I'm tired of you old dude. I'm tired of y'all.
Focus.
No, say what you gotta say.
I was trying before you interrupted.
No, before your jumper uppers interrupted. They interrupting the conversation. Get them.
Focus.
No, you focus. Talk. You talk.
Shut up.
Say what you gotta say.
Shut up.
No, you shut up and tell your little buddies to shut up.
I can't talk with you.
I don't do that 20 verse 1 stuff.
Focus.
Because I'm going to go at the ones who jump up. I'm going to go at the ones who jump up. So keep on talking, BG old.
Focus.
Keep on talking.
Focus.
Keep saying what you got to say.
Well, then be quiet.
I'm not them. Just say what you got to say.
No,
I'm not them. I'm not them.
Well, I don't have to talk then, okay? Focus.
Okay, don't say nothing then. All right. We can move on to something else.
Go ahead.
I don't do that 20 verse 1 stuff. I'm gonna cook whoever jump up. I'm gonna cook whoever jump up.
I don't care what you do.
I care what I do.
I don't care what you do.
I care what I do.
Gabe, you're not really a good cooker.
Sir.
No.
Oh my gosh, Chaos, you're not really good at having original thoughts. You're not really good at saying anything that contributes to the panel.
It's from the man who only listens to answers. Wow.
Listen, here y'all go. 1, 2, 3, 4, all of y'all followers. Y'all follow each other around YouTube. I bring out the Itmores. I bring the Itmores to the table. I bring y'all out here.
I doubt it.
Nah, not really.
I doubt it.
Cause y'all barely be up here.
I doubt it.
Unless somebody like me is up here. I brought y'all up here.
You don't care without you up here before.
Y'all barely be up here.
When you weren't up here the last time.
Y'all barely be up here.
I was up here last. You weren't up here, so I don't know what you're talking
about.
I be up here all the time.
Art, we know better.
No, his menstruation is rising right now.
Yeah, I know.
My menstruation?
Yes.
Yeah, we told you that before. You on your menstrual cycle.
Wait. So Art, because I don't interact with you typically, right? When you're having a conversation with another man and you got yourself, you got AL, you got Goofy Chaos jumping up while you talking, Is that something that really facilitates an honest and open conversation?
Or you talk over people.
I put it to you like this, you're not really trying to
menstruation jumping up. No, why is my menstruation jumping up? Because all y'all goofies keep jumping into the conversations. Shut up and let two men have a conversation. He don't need y'all back up.
I can tell you why your menstruation, because you're the only one that's attacking.
Tell me.
Because you're the one that's getting hype over here. Super
so hype. You jump up into the conversation. No. This isn't hype. This is energy. I'm at your energy. If multiple people jump into a conversation while you're trying to talk to one person,
all the time.
What's that? No, I don't do that.
Yes,
I never do that. I don't do that.
Hey, fellas, can I ask an honest question? Can I ask?
Why are you jumping up?
Can I ask an honest question to Art and BGS?
Yes, sir.
Well, not even just BGS, but just Art, because I'm still trying to understand who have placed people to be, whether they're red pill or blue pill in this space. I mean, who determines that? That's what I've been trying to figure out.
Your philosophy does it. Okay.
How people speak and how they talk, or
no. What's your philosophy that you believe wholeheartedly?
Everybody actually have a philosophy about who they are in life, about the way how you are or portray yourself out into the world, your mask. So determining that puts you in that category. So who you are at your very core and who you are, it puts you in that category. It doesn't just because it's your actions, how you act.
So building a family is something that's considered in a category of blue pill for some reason.
Yes, when it comes to that's what I said. You're not listening to what he said. You're just reacting to it.
No, I brought the point up, and then y'all kept jumping in. If you want to commentate on it, let's talk about it. We don't have to be multiple people.
Can I ask you a question, Gabe?
I cannot listen when multiple people jump in. What are you talking about, BGS? I don't have to listen. What do you mean?
Let me get in real quick, BGS. Let me get in quickly, BGS. Gabe, can I ask you a question, Gabe?
Yeah, what's up?
What is the disagreement, or what is this so hard for you to understand that doing what the society wants you to do is blue pill?
Because if a man has a desire to do something in his life, he makes the considerations, he understands the risk, he understands what could go right, what could go wrong, and he decides to proceed with that course of action anyway. That doesn't necessarily mean that he's conditioned by society to go down a particular direction. That means that a man can make his own decisions in life and make his own considerations in life and choose an outcome without necessarily being considered blue pill, because blue pill implies some level of ignorance, some level of you just kind of being a cog in the wheel. And I think that's dismissive of a man. It's dismissive of a thoughtful and intentional person who desires to go down a course of action in life.
Now, can I ask you a question? Why do you get married?
To build a family.
Listen, now let me clarify. Let me clarify the question.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, I want to add a caveat to the question. If being married wasn't important to the society, would it encourage you to do it?
If being married wasn't important to the society.
Yes.
I don't understand that.
Okay.
Help me understand that a little more.
What I'm saying is this. Where did you get the whole idea of married, family, kid, house, all that from?
From my family, from my family's family, from generations. Yeah.
Now, generations ago, you know that they put in a social plan for the society, right?
They put together who they.
Listen, do you know that at one point there was a such thing called a bachelor tax, right? Where if you wasn't married,
because this society is built off marriage, really, as marriage as one. Yes.
And that's what makes it blue pill. It's that simple. It's not no deeper meaning than that. Why do you have to be? Why is all the presidents married?
So let me ask you a question, G.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. So,
but where's the ignorance? I'm really trying to understand the ignorance.
No, I'm trying to understand what you don't understand about that. That's what a disagreement. But Gabe, this is where the disconnect is coming. I don't understand why you don't understand that is a blue pill tenant.
Because blue pill implies ignorance. It implies that you're just a part of something that you are not informed or knowledgeable about. You're just going along. You're just going through the motions, being ignorant of the implications of you making that decision.
I think that's what
that's
you
that's
hold
on,
real quick. I think that's what you perceive it to be, Gabe.
No, that's what it is.
That's not what nobody's saying. That's not
literally
what
the
anyone is
Matrix
saying.
movie. People are plugged into a system, and they know. Okay.
Exactly. The Matrix movie was you had a red pill and a blue pill that you could take. If you take the blue pill, you could continue with the status quo. If you take
being
the
ignorant
red pill,
of the realities of things, yes.
Now, if you take the red pill, it's a point of view. It's all it is a point of view. It doesn't mean
no. The red pill is an opening of your eyes. It's almost like the Bible story. You bite in the apple, you recognize that it's that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I don't know why you keep. I don't know why we keep getting lessons. We understand. Like we're all coming from the same foundation here.
So what is your issue with that?
Is that you can recognize the realities of things and still choose a course of action.
Yeah, that's how a red pill man could do a blue pill act.
All right.
Dude, what is that?
All right. What does that even mean? A red.
That's why a man could be red pill and still get married. Yeah. Listen to what you just said. You can understand.
Why is marriage a blue pill act? And that's where we're getting back to it. Why is marriage necessarily a blue pill act? If you're informed.
Marriage is a blue pill act because you're conforming to society's wants for you to do in your mating practices. You're not staying.
If you find if you find that raising children in a marital environment is something that results in better outcomes for the children.
Exactly.
Why is that considered a blue pill act? Rather, are you more considerate? Are you more? Can you be considering the results of your family? To say that, hey, yeah, marriage is something that's socialized in this environment. But hey, I see the results are something that works out the best for a family, somebody who wants to build a family. How is that blue pill?
Because it just is. Why is red the color red?
Because it just is. All right.
Exactly.
I'll pause it.
Like red is red. You try to make an argument where there's no argument.
I'll pause it there.
If you actually study
so can I state that more or less would it be like, okay, society has a desire to influence behaviors like if you were a single person making 100,000 versus somebody married and the different tax stuff, there's incentivization when it comes to marriage.
Yep.
When it comes to marriage, and you're talking about better and healthier outcomes, but people are stating that it could be a blue pill act because it's predicated that marriage remains, right? And of course, obviously, the divorce and the penalization when it comes to divorces and things like that. So, I mean, just like there's population planning, just like there's infrastructure planning, there's all this different aspects of planning. So it's just simply being aware of those and not necessarily, thinking of such. When you take a sort of moralistic and individual approach, it kind of, I guess, leaves the sort of other aspects out, the bigger structural things. I think that's what.
But then it's really a slippery slope at that point, right? Because there can be so many different, so if you buy a house, would you consider that a blue pill act?
No.
Well, if you buy a house, what are you doing? You're contributing to the engine or the machine of America because now you're paying taxes. Say, for instance, you take out a mortgage, you're contributing to the financial institutions paying interest to banks and financial institutions. Is that a blue pill act? No. Let's not keep it at that. I'm saying
So we're talking about mating choices, and you just talked about houses.
But the blue pill and the red pill is just the blue pill and the red pill does not only imply to mating and dating.
Why do you buy the house?
To live in. I don't know. You need shelter.
Yeah, some people buy houses.
You want shelter.
Some people buy houses to rent out.
That's true too.
Yeah,
sure.
Why do you buy the house?
Sure.
Do you buy?
No,
house?
but
you can buy the house to live in, which is we can consider blue pill, right?
Why? See, and that's the thing. Everything could be blue pill at that point.
A philosophy, sir. Okay, it's a philosophy. Okay, red pill, you buying it to rent it out, right? Black pill, you're gonna flip it.
Exactly. Explain it. Right.
No, you still got to pay taxes on that. No matter what, you're contributing to the society. Whether you, I mean, only way to not be blue pill in y'all's case is to just not participate.
That's not true. That's not true.
So wait a minute. If I was a business and I bought a house or whatnot, obviously there's going to be higher taxes when it comes to APR because I'm coming into it with a very market-driven approach as opposed to somebody who's quote unquote single family looking at that from a residential standpoint. Okay. Now, my whole thing is this: society promotes some things and with incentives, just like old boy said, there is a bachelor's tax. Does that influence behavior or not? Just like smoking tax. Does that influence his behavior or not? Like, we have to think about this. We can't act like we're in a vacuum here.
What? I don't really get where you're going there.
You made parallels, so I'm making the same sort of parallels. I mean, does smoking and increased taxes on smoking and soda does it not influence the sort of consumer's behavior? It does.
It does. Yes. So would that be considered blue pill there then?
Okay, so just like mating choices, you're penalized effectively if you're single as opposed to more or less being married. So society does incentivize you to get married.
I don't know what you're arguing. Right now, we're talking about what is categorized as blue pill or red pill. Okay, I brought up the example of being what
is that instead of the
so fellas, let me ask you something. How did we get into things when it comes to red pill and blue pill versus what it means to be aware?
Let me step in real quick.
My whole point was that it's a slippery slope because it can apply to so many different things that contribute to a societal thing, right? It can apply to so many different things. So everything is blue pill.
Well, Salty, let's Salty finish real quick.
Yeah, you've made the conjecture of other things. That's why it went all round robin and stuff like that. But we're talking about mating choices here. We could just stick.
No, we're not. We're talking about everything. That's why I said it could be a slippery slope.
That's how we got into
round robin with the horse, and then once we went there with you, then all of a sudden you want to switch back. You're the one moving the goalposts.
I'm not moving the goalposts. I'm saying that if
actually saying that there could be.
Can you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying that you can. So red pill and blue pill is not relegated to mating and dating choices at the foundation of it. And I'm saying that if you categorize marriage as that, you can saying because it contributes to a societal machine, then you can move that over into many other categories of life, like buying a house.
Yes,
that's not moving the goalpost. That's expanding the conversation.
Which you initially brought up as far
as talk about initial, man. We're here now. So I don't know why
we're here now because the goalposts have been moved.
It's not a goalpost. All right,
all right. If you guys don't mind, Kev was trying to say something.
Go ahead, Jeff.
All right.
In my bad, Kev.
I was letting the conversation go on, but I'm gonna give this one about 10 more minutes and then we gotta wrap this one up. So anybody got any points left to make, go ahead, and then we're gonna get final statements.
I'm gonna give my point.
I'm just gonna get down and I'll come back next time with my analogy of what I know. I know it came from MGTOW. I know that for a fact. And I don't have anything against MGTOW, but I think that people have taken red pill and blue pill and has equated it to everything, even what you eat, all the way down to a car, a house.
Red pill actually came out of the MRAs and the pickup artists. That's where it first came from. MGTOW came way later.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's y'all beliefs, though. It's y'all belief system.
It is a philosophy. It's not a belief. It's a philosophy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think my last point is that I think that I've taught some of you guys a lesson up here, right? After let me tell you the lesson, and then go ahead and laugh. Let me tell you the lesson.
We all laughing.
All right. Let me get this last segment in. All right, let's calm down.
Let me tell you what I taught these guys. I taught them not to jump in. After I turned up and told them to be quiet, what happened after that? We were able to have one-on-one conversations. People were able to expand on thoughts. You all are welcome. And that's my last thought.
We welcome for you moving the goalposts. You good at that, buddy. You good at that, Bucko. Promise.
Thank you
for that. That dude's funny. That dude is funny.
Thanks for coming up, Gabe. But who's next?
Yeah, I'll get my closing, Art. Kev, I'll get my closing. Like, I was always under the impression that the red pill was just a point of view. It wasn't an ideology or none of that stuff. I'm having a hard time figuring out what Gabe's problem is, but I just realized that Gabe is just a contrarian now. So he just wants to argue anything that anybody says. So I don't know. For my opinion, the red pill is just a point of view and how you look at things. And that's my closing statement on it.
Gabe, thank you very much for the generous donation. I will add that to the laptop fund. Really appreciate you guys and your generosity. I'm really humbled by this. So thank you, G, for your final statement. He said, I always donate. You donate chaos. Okay.
That's a blessing, my nigga. Keep donating. I appreciate it. Thank you for support, Kev. Really
well, I wanted to get in next. I actually wanted to say this to Gabe while he was still up here, but I never had the opportunity because the conversation was flowing. I didn't want to interrupt it. But when he was talking about Fresh and Fit, I was saying that Fresh and Fit, those are white manosphere dudes. Even though they might be black, their audience are mainly white people.
He don't care.
I can say and he also mentioned MTR, who said he's not manosphere anymore, anyways. So
he said he never was.
He never was.
And I even said fucking I even included CGAs as white manosphere because that's the majority of their audience.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But anyway, thanks for the conversation. Great as always, Kev.
Okay. All right. Glad to oblige, Andre. Okay, who's next?
I'll go. I mean, I don't really know what this whole argument is about. Evidently, these people do not study pills actually, right? Blue pill means your socialization. That's all it means, right? What society tells you to do. You do an activity that is a blue pill activity, okay? Marriage, family, 9 to 5, all that kind of crap is blue pill socialization. And nobody said it was wrong. You said, oh, that makes you a simp. That does not make you a simp, okay? Even a red pill person can do a blue pill activity, right? Red pill means that you're aware of the consequences of taking such a certain act. Like a red pill guy might say, I'm gonna be a bachelor for the rest of my life, like a MGTOW or a monk. Okay, that's a red pill activity. I'm not gonna buy into the socialization of mating choices that my society tells me to do. Okay, then you're doing a red pill activity. Okay.
Yeah, that's the whole part of sitting on your hands thing that the MGTOWs talk about.
With MGTOWs, which now the majority of your young guys are what we used to call MGTOWs. Okay, I'm not gonna date. I'm not gonna get married. I'm not gonna have kids. Blah 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 blah. I might spin a couple of plates here and there, right? But I'm not gonna do this because I don't think it's fair. In other words, MGTOWs used to be like a tiny, less than 1% of people. Now it's 61% of young people. Okay.
Well, he did say understanding the risks and the outcomes and all this other stuff as far as going forth with the decision. Mm-hmm. So therefore, by default, Gabe, you're red pill, man.
Yeah. But he's
Gabe, you're red pill. He's fighting it. He's fighting it. I want to go back.
Okay. But the thing is, most red pill guys will tell you up front that if there's risk. And you have to mitigate the risk to being married and having kids and blah, 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 blah. Even Dead Set Anime, who's black pill, not even red, he's black pill, okay? I asked him, why do you get married to a young woman and have kids? He said, I'm getting married to a young woman because I actually want to have kids, okay? That's the only way for me to do it in the society. I said, but you understand the risk. He said, I've taken all my precautions to do so. That is a very, not on red pill, but also a black pill thing. It has nothing to do with love, has nothing to do with anything else. It has to do with the outcomes that I want to create.
The outcome of the situation that he wants to for his children. That's it.
All black pill means is looking at the world and constructing a world, whether it's red or blue, without morals. And it's not a moral thing. because morals in this sense do not exist. I want an outcome. Okay, so I'm going to do this, this, and so to get an outcome. Okay, in other words, ends justifies the means. That is black pill, much like Batman. Batman is a very black pill character, right? He goes through, actually goes through beating up characters or criminals because he wants to actually save the blue pill Gotham City so that they don't have to. He's trying to protect the blue pill world or the socialized world, okay, by doing black pill deeds, okay, on the outside of what we call normal society. But those are the pills. It's not that hard to understand. It's not, well, we'll measure this, socialization. You do so what the society socializes you to do. That's blue pill activities, right? Red pill is you doing something outside of your socialization. Okay, like a lot of red pill guys call it red pill marriage, right? Like non-state sanctioned marriage, right? That's a red pill activity. Okay, and having a long-term relationship that where you don't live together, but you give like what's his name? Um, what's his name? Guy that started MGTOW, right? He's been with his girl for like 15, 20 years, right? They've never lived together. They've never been married. They don't have kids. Those are red pilled activities. And black pill is on another level, okay? Completely other level while changing whole structures of society. That is black pill. Anyway, that's all I got to say.
Well, doctor, I was wondering whether or not you had any formulary or prescription or manual or whatever with all these damn pills I got to take, man. Counterindicated. I mean, what's going on? Any side effects? Raging to want to come back.
Side effects of blue pill is that if you follow the precepts and something goes wrong that you didn't see or didn't expect or they didn't tell you, okay, like a side effect of a blue pill marriage, right? Okay, if you really believe in the whole tenets where I will not get divorced, okay, you might have a sexless marriage. What do?
Yeah,
you might have to become red pill real quick if you want to have sex. She ain't gonna have it, right? So cheating is not a blue pill or socialized social society sanctioned activity. Okay. So if you're in a sexless marriage and you want to go the whole blue pill way, I believe in death to us part. I don't believe in cheating or going having sex outside my marriage or divorce. You're stuck. Okay? What do? That's the downside of being in a blue pill or blue pill marriage, okay, or blue pill belief. It's the downside.
Blue pill has the side effect of having blue balls.
It can.
Yeah, it can. I can tell you.
And divorce.
Salty balls.
And divorce and false paternity, a whole bunch of other things that go along with it. But those are downsides. But you cannot construct the whole society off a red pill. Just like in the Matrix, most people cannot live outside the Matrix. Okay, you got billions of people that can't live outside the Matrix. They're dependent on those machines. You cannot destroy the Matrix. You got to help reform it. That's what the red pill is for. It'll help inject some kind of new idea or some kind of reform into the Matrix. That's really the reason that the whole red pill community actually reform the blue pill society or correct some of the imbalances in the society.
They wanted to change, and black pill just accepting things for what they are and just move accordingly.
The black pill will shape it. In other words, as long as they get the outcomes are fine for black pill people or black pill society, they'll keep doing what they're doing. Like what's going on now with the list, with Reeves and Chetty and all this kind of stuff. Those are black pill people. Okay, they have to change the whole society. They have to bring society back into balance. Okay, regardless of what the morals are. So they have to take shit from women, and women will have to scream. So the guys will actually say, okay, this is fair. They will actually come back into society, into the blue pill matrix, and start mating and having families again. That's what they want. Anyway, I'm gone.
All right, BGS, once again, thank you for coming through. Appreciate it. Presence is always appreciated. So
I got it. I got it. I'll be short and sweet. BGS's bodyguard signing out.
Yeah, okay. All right, hell. All right. See you around. Who's next?
Well, I guess I'll go. I guess, right now I'm deciding on whether or not I want to be a red pill and understand that animals die and eat steak, or maybe I'll be blue pill and continue to watch Disney movies and eat vegetables or whatnot, because animals don't die, and I don't want to see them die. And I'm out.
Okay, I appreciate you once again coming through, and also still appreciating that super chat. Thank you guys. So I guess that would leave Art, then Chaos.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of new people that's in this space, and you're just gonna have to do your research. Like I said, if you want to know what the pills are, there's a lot of videos to get your interpretation, not what people say. Do your own research if you want to know. Stop letting people tell you what it is and start doing your research, because those videos are still out there. They are. You go, if you would need to go into the MGTOW space, you want to go to pickup artists. I mean, it's like we just said, it's not that freaking hard. People want to make this shit difficult more than what it is. When we talk about marriage, the institution of marriage is blue pill. It's just what you want to do with that marriage changes it at that point. It's like B just said, it's a blue pill act for society, but what do you want to do at it when you get to that point is what changes it, what your motivations are. That's it. That's all it is. It's not that damn hard. And I think Gabe just wants to argue just to be arguing, because when he showed that video, guess what? B just didn't call him a blue pill. He just said that marriage warriors were blue pill. Now, if Gabe wants to call himself a marriage warrior, if that's what he's saying, then that's what he said. Well, you said these guys are this, and I'm this. It's okay. Go with that. But don't sit there and try to put words in people's mouths, and you can't even pull up the video. Or when you do pull up the video, you can't even show when he called you that. That's disingenuous as fuck, to me personally.
But I'm out. All right. Well, thank you. That's Art of Hip More. Enraged coming through. Go check out his channel. So Chaos Reign, what's good?
What's good, man? This is another wonderful stream. Gabe comes here and makes it very interesting when he tries to, I guess trigger people. But it comes with the territory. He doesn't really care about these labels. He just wants to, body out guys. That's all. But I do appreciate he contributes to the channel. That's a much big up. I think you're almost close to the laptop. I think you need like another $100, maybe two.
No, it's scrolling across the bottom of the screen.
400.
We're more than halfway there. $590 was given through Cash Apps and Super Chats. We got $410 to go. Cash App's open 24/7. So anybody that wants to drop anything in the Cash App, that'll be fine. That will help with the immediate purchase, and the Super Chats is helping with the recovery as well for the purchase. So everything right now is helping me. I really appreciate that. This purchase will be made next week. It will be made middle of next week. I ain't even expect this to do this good, but you guys are really showing that you do appreciate me bringing you the content that I bring you, and I will not disappoint ever. So I will be here on YouTube bringing you streams as long as I can, and doing short form videos as well. I'm slowly but surely getting back into the short form videos. Detroit 313. Thank you for the super chat. He says Umar Johnson P. So hey, let me play the half baked super chat. Thanks. That's something, especially is a tribute to the smoke show, whatever. So this is for all the money I got tonight. Here you go.
Because I'm addicted to marijuana.
You in here for some marijuana? Man, this is some bullshit.
All right.
Bullshit. Yeah.
No, but those super chats aren't. So I really appreciate it. And listen, man, look, about black marriage and marriage altogether. I do admit that it is a kind of a troublesome thing at this point. for certain men because of the examples that are thrown up in front of us. What I would encourage is that you do not get discouraged if you want to get married, especially if you find that special someone, because you could be missing out. But for those of you who, for those of you that marriage might not necessarily have been for, like Shaquille O'Neal, then life does that to you sometimes, and there's a certain level of accountability that has to go with that. So whether your marriage is a beautiful thing to you or whether it's not working out, hopefully things turn out the best. If is marriage dying, you the thing is you cannot discount the good examples out there. We can go with the bad examples all day. We can go with Shaquille O'Neal's example, and the reason why I bring Shaquille up because he was at the top of the food chain at one point. He was very sought after as far as his presence in the that area. In the mid '90s, Shaq was one of the biggest things out there, and even though he still has his money, even though he still has his fame and success, it just seems like as far as his manness is just kind of a fall from grace. And most modern day black men who got something going for themselves don't want to end up in that. They want to be successful in anything in their professions and especially in their interpersonal relationships and marriages. So yeah, is black love, black marriage dying? That is very subjective. Just like I said, just be careful in your partner, especially as men, because we got to be careful in our partner selection. If we just want to live a lifestyle where we just just go about in life, just continuing to become the best versions of ourselves, and marriage ain't exactly the best plan for us, then that is too. You count as a human being, a functional member of this society. So marriage ain't the end all be all. It really isn't. For those of you who want to be married, good luck. I'm not completely against it. I even said myself, if my marriage doesn't work out, I'm never getting married again. But that is really something that I really can't predict. No one really, people really avoided this when I said it. Is like, what if that special someone comes into your life and you decide that she's it? What do you do? What do you do when that happens? Do you just ignore it? Do you just stick to your guns, or do you give it a try? I don't know. I'm just saying you only live once, so you can determine whatever you want to do with that. But I also learned that there's no guarantees and a never say never in that. So but I would tell you one thing: I never want to be in the mental space that Shaq is. In the financial space, yeah, maybe this man got all kinds of businesses expenditures that he has, but he makes money in his sleep, and who doesn't want to be like that? But as far as how he handled his marriage, I think that he gets a very poor rating. And that also, BGS is right in this aspect. He also knew who he married as well. You can't expect much from a person you took from another person, because she can be taken too. But see, the thing is, Shaq compared to Pastor Henderson, that would be, as far as society goes, it's kind of a downgrade. So, well, maybe not in the eyes of the Lord. So anyway, that's it for now. Like I said, I really appreciate the generosity of the super chats and the all the financial support I'm getting toward me getting a new laptop. You will always be remembered. And what's up, man? What's up? Because I gave you the floor, bro. What's going on?
One thing, since I know that Shaq bought Shaunie, that kind of seems why he goes the way he is, moving the way he does. Personally, that now know this information, so that's very telling. But
Okay.
it is. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
All right. Hey, narrative and dialogue. I don't know if he pink pill. He did shut that woman up in the middle of his church. He said, "Hush. I want to hear silence." Hush. Then went back to singing. I don't want to hear anybody. I don't want to hear anything but his voice. So I don't know if pink pill would have told a woman to shut up in the middle of a church, but shit. the stranger, more amazing things have happened. So anyway, that's it, man. That's it. That's it. So yeah, you got the Detroit 313. You got the last super chat, and and once again, how about those 2004 Detroit Pistons? So anyway, that's it. I will see you guys next time. Sooner than you think. Because the money still got to be made, and the word still has to get out there. So anyway, that's it. Done here. Thank you once again. Hold on. One second. I see something else. Oh, okay. Charles Gilmore 3. Thank you for the Cash App. Really appreciate the love there. I will add that to the banner. Said that's for the laptop. So thank you on the 5, Mr. Gilmore 3. Really appreciate that. So let me put you on the list. Okay. And you gentlemen will be acknowledged, and believe me, I will send you a picture and the specs of the laptop that I get. So anyway, that's it for now. Salty Balls, thank you once again for another super chat. Let's add 5 to your tally. So he says that said Derek Jackson Peel. He said, what the score on the Pistons? I don't know about the Pistons of today or whatever they got going on, but all I knew was they beat the shit out of the Big Four Lakers that year. So anyway, oh yeah, I got to go this time for real though. He said that's on behalf of Detroit 313. Oh, okay, cool. So, all right, guys, that's it for now. I have definitely brought you a show. Oh shit! Look, another 5. Detroit 313 says Cynthia G Peel. Say all these peels. I don't know. I might have a show dedicated to pills, but I'm still thinking about that. I don't know if we had enough discussion on pills anyway. So okay, like once again, thank you guys. I have to go this time for real. This is Kev. This is Black Men Being Brutally Honest, and been seeing a lot of brutal honesty out of you guys lately. So that's what it's all about. Long live the habitual line steppers. In Kev we trust. Another super chat from Salty said Pink Peel keep his ass here, LOL. He said I'm done. Okay, once again, let me add that to Salty. So I think you're up to 150 in super chats total. So yeah, that's great, man. For you, you big donors, you medium-sized donors, and you small donors, every little bit counts. Much appreciate that. And long live yourself, RPM. So this is it this time. Thank you. Long live the habitual line steppers and Kev we trust. And with each one of you guys, don't give up. Win. Go out there and win. Peace out.